Oh, yay, because it's not doing it again. 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 Oh, yay, because it's doing it again. Oh, yay, because it's doing it again.
Okay, we're having technical difficulties. Just a minute. I got to get my stuff back on. I don't know what. Something weird is going on.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, and my like headphones and stuff went back to my computer. It's not. I'm about to give up on this stuff.
Me? I don't know what's going on. It's making me mad. Is it gonna connect now? Hey guys, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's oh, kind of sums up my entire weekend right there. So anyway, I'll probably have a little cord to my headphones because they were at 40%. Okay, now I can get electrocuted too. So yay. Okay. Thank you everybody for coming online to watch our sixth, right? Sixth episode
I
of
think
the
so.
Station Live. And nobody's saying anything, so I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. Hello?
You can't hear me?
I'm trying to do the thing on station. I need to reconnect. Can you hear?
Okay, can y'all hear me now or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy freaking time. Okay, so I don't know. We need to work on that intro at some point. Hope everybody's weekend is going better than mine. So tonight we have Stray Cloud, and then we have Nero down there, and then of course me T1, and I've had a heck of a weekend. I don't even remember what happened this weekend. All I know is it's been kind of a crappy one. So there's that. Oops. I hope they didn't just take. Oh, hope they didn't just take me off. Station head. Am I still good on there?
No, you're off.
Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, got a first responder message. So the kids got a bonsang and a daysang last night, right? I only read about the bonsang. So
Which was the performance one?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because they won the performance one and the Artist of the Year award. Although
Okay.
Channing messaged in Bubble, and he was just like,
Yeah.
"We received
Oh.
another award." Does that mean like they only
Go
received
ahead.
the one? Oh,
See, that's what I don't know
Whichever one
because
you want to use, go ahead and use.
I didn't find anything on it when I did the news, but it said that they're up to 6
That's fine.
sings now. So I don't know.
eh. Oh,
Um,
Go ahead and use what you need to.
let me-
yeah, because on Twitter they were posted and they won the Artist of the Year award and the great best performance.
okay, so did two. Let me see what I had. I think I only had one. Let's see. Yo. Yeah, see, the only one I had was the Artist of the Year, and that was the Bond saying. It wasn't the Day saying. So I'll have to look at that a little more. But anyway, they have the most day sayings of the fourth gen idols or boy group, fourth gen boy group, I should say. They do have a new award show that is just starting this year called the Asia Star Entertainer Awards, and they will be performing there in April, on April 10th at Yokohama in Japan. Of course, Felix is all over the timelines this week between Laos and I think he's in Australia right now with his family. But his Harper's Bazaar is coming out on February 20th. So they've sent some like little film clips and stuff of that that's out right now. God's Menu has surpassed 328 million streams on Spotify. We've hit a lot of these marks this week. DLC has passed 27 million on Spotify. No Easy Album, 920 million streams on Spotify. Easy, 81 million on Spotify. Backdoor, 226 million on Spotify. And Maniac, 234 million on YouTube. So. Anyway, that's that. Got some other stuff too, but it'll wait. Kim has been making t-shirt designs that are coming out really cute.
Is that the thing with the like the marriage license or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
I saw that. I was just like, I need
Yeah.
a real one.
yeah. Good luck with that. I don't know. Truthfully, if I had the opportunity to date an idol, I don't think I would because of all the hate. I mean, God forbid, you can't even say something about an idol without somebody getting offended and doxing you. It's ridiculous. Twitter stays. You're
I really-
ridiculous.
What?
Huh?
I don't really care. I'll say whatever I want.
Yeah, well, most of them are Korean as well and don't talk quite as harshly as we do. I'm one of these that will flip you off, twirl my hair, and turn around and say, kiss my, and walk off. Because at the end of the day, guess who he's coming home with? So, that's that. Oh, my allergies are killing me today. Let me see. So I don't think she's put any of her stuff in Stay Shop yet. But if she ever does, it's really cute. I've been helping find pictures and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and jump into steak here.
Okie dokie.
Hair's still wet.
I thought I would with all the activity going on lately in Bubble, I thought I would explain it a little bit more, especially for those
When
that
I
just got
wake up
Bubble.
and I have 100+ posts just from Channy. That's
Which
a
is usually
Felix.
it's unusual. I know it's unusual, but a man's literally sent us for a whirlwind. A whirlwind.
And then you had, excuse my language, Twitter stays having a PTSD meltdown because of their bad relationships. You just went too far. I'm like, then delete it. I guarantee
of
you,
all-
he is not going to miss your $4 a month or whatever it is you pay.
Is it only $4? I've always paid the
I don't
08,
know.
so I'm like,
Yeah, that's all I pay is the OT8. So I don't know how much an individual. I was being metaphoric, but whatever.
but yeah. So as if not everybody knows, or if they're still getting acquainted with Bubble or have had it for a long time, let me refresh us memory. It's a community for Stray Kids to interact directly with their fans.
And they do.
Yeah, it does
Some
not,
more often than others.
right? It is an opportunity for them to interact with it directly with their fans. It does not mean they're obligated to interact with you, nor do
Actually, all I know is that they have to post 4 times a month. That's all. That's like the bare minimum they have to do.
I think it's
So,
because people do pay for the subscriptions. Like I said,
oh
make-
yeah. I mean, I'm sure because that's when Han comes on is to get his 4 posts in, but he usually sends like 50. And they're
I don't
usually
think so,
concerts.
though, because I feel like there's been times where I haven't received anything from Hangman or Han for like over a month.
Oh, yeah. Well, Benny's getting a little bit better. Han usually just comes on to sing
Or
to
even
us.
Kenny, like there's been times where he would be
Oh,
gone for
yeah.
like over
Just-
2 months. So I don't know how accurate that is, but they definitely like.
Well, and
maybe
I don't
it's, like,
know
a
how
certain amount
their
a year.
calendar goes either because their calendar system's kind of weird. So
Oh yeah. And they do have this thing where it might seem like they're talking directly to you, but it does not necessarily mean they're actually addressing you. It just they use this I don't know what it's called, but they basically insert it and
it's a
it
yes,
changes
no.
or
Yeah.
yes. Well, they
It-
insert it and it puts it to wherever your name is.
it's like when you go into like a chat group or something, or even like a Facebook group, and you put at everyone, except yeah, that even that puts like all of our names in this long list that I get really tired of. But yeah, I think that's the same thing as what Bubble does. Is it
I think
just posts everybody's name?
I think it's funny though is that a lot of them use the regular one where it shows whatever your profile name is or whatever, but Kenny actually uses your nickname that you put on there, which is funny, you know?
I don't know that I've
So there's
paid
a way where
attention.
you can add your nickname to it, and all the other ones for some reason they would put your profile name in there, but Jenny would uses a nickname one. At least
Yeah,
for
like I
me.
said, I don't know that I've paid that much of attention. Like usually I'm just sighing and rolling my eyes because I have like 300 things to translate.
Oh yeah, I hate when I have to do that.
So,
Like Jenny makes it easier because he does like put the
yeah,
Korean
he does
one and then
translate
he
it,
does
but
English, which
the
I would
translations are
hope
still
that
kind of
I
the
would hope
translations
with
are still kind of iffy.
yeah. But I still would hope that, like, Felix being an English speaker, he would also do the same, especially since he blows up our phones with like the thing, like translate it one by one.
Like 300 one-word sentences.
Yeah.
I love Felix.
But
if he wasn't so sweet, we might could stay mad at him, but he's just too freaking sweet. Like he's adorable.
yeah. But even if they don't talk, like they don't directly talk to you, it's like a giant group chat. They try to say like they can read every single message. You just can't read everybody's messages. The only one that you can read is between you and him, you and them. And They do try to read every message. I know Felix addressed that where he
Translate
said
some.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, like he reads every single one. Um, I don't think I don't think Chenny does that a lot. I feel like he does a lot of like it kind of feels like he is talking directly to people, but at the same time, like it's confusing.
Yeah. Um,
Lino definitely
I,
doesn't. Not
no, I have never had anything of mine read by Lino. Like I've had,
well,
I think Channy read mine once, and maybe Felix read mine once. Other than that, nope.
I think
So,
there was a time where Lino did uh like directly answer people's messages. Like he would be like, "Okay, here's a chance for me to like directly answer us questions. So go ahead and like tell me." And he'll answer one of them one by one, but he'll
yeah,
only
but
like answer a few. Like he definitely would not
we're
do that every single one.
lucky. We're lucky he comes on with his one-liners every day now. I don't
I
know.
know. It's
I
so
know
glad.
that
I'm so glad that he's like back to the grind.
um I don't know if he's just kind of over everything. I don't know about Lino. He worries me. He used to smile a lot, and he doesn't do that so much anymore. That's I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah,
So
all
no,
I got,
all
all I
you
gotta
Delulus, they are not talking to you directly just
say.
because you see your name.
But they can read us messages. So all I gotta say is be respectful when you're met.
Hmm.
It's funny to play along to what they're going with, like Chinese role playing that he was doing this weekend, but just keep it within like certain guidelines. Like try not to go above and beyond or get hurt about it because they really don't have to message us.
No, they really don't. And the thing is, I can't even stand to get on their lives because of all the disrespect. So, I
I
mean,
don't
even
even
the
pay
other,
attention to their lives. Like sometimes I would
um,
be at work and they'll go on live and I would just like have it there so they know that so they see that there's actually people in there. But
yeah,
sometimes I don't listen because I don't understand them.
like Han, he doesn't come on live very often, but it seems like every time he does now, some smart aleck little kid has to be like, "Oh, I can see your mustache coming out." Well, good for you. Guess what? He's a man. It
I know,
happens.
seriously, what do you expect?
So over these, just they are so tone deaf to everything around them. It's so entitled. It's disgusting. It's like he doesn't owe you anything. If you can't be just the most, you know, just have a little bit of respect for the person that you say you're watching. Otherwise, kick rocks. Seriously.
My little brother said that one time, and so my daughter started copying, and she would tell people that, and I'm just like, no, no, stop that.
I thought you were going to say, so she goes out to all the parking lots and like kicks rocks.
No, but she did, and she did repeat it a lot, and she did think that that's what that meant.
Yeah. Yeah, that can get a little, yeah, anyway. Oh, well, my posters don't fit my poster book, so yay.
So, another thing is that kind of ties along with Bubble to explain it more. It's there's this word that people say that's called a fan service. It's basically when idols and actors do something just to please their fans, even if it's not like necessary relevant to processing like the plotline or the performance. It can range from playing into a romance to on screen to body rolling to on stage to shower scenes and movies. That's kind of like a lot of things that they do. Like Channing does his role playing part of it too. Like he takes suggestions too, like, oh, what do you want me to do? Do you want like nerdy Channing or sexy Channing or something? Like oh my gosh. She found a way to move the the sheet.
Oh, the
She's
dog.
annoying. Yeah, she's bad. She was just whining and next thing you know, like I'm seeing her pulling it off.
my dogs learned how to open the back door, so now I have to let them out and lock it if I don't want them to come in before I'm back.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, fan services. So just like it's fun to play along with it. Just don't get too deep into it. It's not that serious. Like with the people that are saying that Chinese little role playing was so traumatic and that it was too far or anything like that, like get over it. If you weren't comfortable with it or you didn't like it and you felt like it was traumatic, then don't read it. It's
Pretty
that
easy.
easy. The
I didn't
moment
read
you
through
start,
all of it. You know?
I did, to be honest. I was like, well, because I was following along with every time he would message, so I mean it was
Oh,
easy for
yes.
me to
No,
read along
I
with
woke
it.
up to it and I was like, no, I am not going to sit
I
there
did
and
not
try
wake
to
up. So it was
read all
nerve-wracking.
this.
It
I was
nerve-wracking.
confused on what was going on until he was like, "Oh yeah, I met somebody. She hit me up
I
first." I'm like, "It's
know.
Barry." I even like, "It's
Well,
Barry, isn't it?"
I can't see him ever doing that because I think he knows. I mean, just role playing put Staville in a meltdown. So you can imagine if what happened if it was actually true. Jesus Christ, that would be bad. Stop.
The girls asked me what would happen or like my thoughts on if the boys were to ever date. And I'm like, you know what? I'm hoping they do.
Good on them. I do
I'm
too.
hoping they do.
They deserve to find somebody they can love
And that
Yeah.
loves
and that loves them. Every one of them. They're going to be so amazing.
they're gonna be amazing fathers and husbands. So
Yep, they are.
I know. I'm so jelly.
I know.
But not to the point where, I'll be like going out. Oh no, what did this happen? And
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. K-pop has some amazing fandoms. Absolutely amazing. And then you have the other side, and it's literally two sides of the same coin because then they can be so toxic. It is doxing people and sending death threats because you didn't like how someone spoke to an idol. Get over it. You're
I
not
know,
their
and
mom. Quit gatekeeping these men and treating them like they're toddlers. They can stand up for themselves. They really can.
they honestly just think about it. If they really had an issue, they would have said something about it. Like each of the
Exactly.
boys definitely do not have a filter.
And even at that, if they didn't want to say something about it, I guarantee you they would take it to Chan and Chan would go say something about it.
Oh yeah.
Chan is going to take care of his kids. So the fact that you're trying to protect all these idols, you're literally saying that Chan is not a good leader because he doesn't take care of his group, which is the biggest lie I've heard like in 2 years. So
He would literally put himself in the crossfire before these boys get hurt. Like, come
yes, he
on.
would.
They're big boys. They're not babies. They know how to take care of themselves. They know
Get out.
what their limits are. And even if they don't know what their limits are, each other knows what each of their limits. So if I'm sure
Yeah.
if one of them is pushing themselves too far, the others will stop it and help them. Like they have each other to take care of them.
Yeah.
Like chill out. They don't need y'all's comments.
Nope, they really don't.
if
They're
y'all
Like, huh?
if y'all thought Stayville was like horrible with like stuff like that, should have seen BIP, which is Big Bang's fandom. Taeyang, which is the third oldest, I think, ended up getting married and people went nuts
Yeah.
trying to crash his wedding for it.
Yeah.
That is, I
I mean,
heard that. That's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
I
I
was
don't-
happy for him. I just don't like his wife because she's the one that like hurt and cheated on him when he was younger.
Then
Yeah.
he
So-
deserves everything he gets. I mean, I hate to say that, but if somebody's done you wrong and you go right back to them, that's on you.
Yeah, but
Let me find out one of my boys get cheated on. Oh my lord.
I got so happy when, I hear like somebody, including like one of my favorite like Korean actors get married. It's like, yes.
You
No, it
want
may
them
not.
to be happy. If you actually cared about them, you would be happy that they were happy. And then if they get shit on, you would be pissed because I would be. So
which is weird that certain states
stop.
act like they're protecting them when really it's hurting them. So the fact that they're
It's
saying protect them, they need to realize that part of that protection is against them too.
and telling them not to, do this sponsorship deal that they've had going on for 8 months because you don't like the company they're doing it with. Well, guess what? 8 months ago, none of this was an issue. And the only reason it's an issue now is because you're making it an issue.
I know, to the point where they're boycotting JYP artists is ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like that just goes to show that
They are not true fans.
they're not.
They
Like
need to
if
take a business 101 course is what they need.
even if it's like that big of a deal, that does not mean like to boycott them. It's called boycotting the company that's actually starting it. It does not necessarily mean anything. Like if you have a big issue like with Starbucks or something like that, don't don't get Starbucks. It's that big. But don't
Yep.
also stop supporting the boys because they're trying to spread themselves, trying to like grow.
Yeah, but they would never do anything to hurt the boys. That's why they're not on Korea charts for the how many weeks in a row now that I can't find them on Korean charts. Yeah, because they didn't hurt them at all.
So stupid.
I wish I lived in your world of imagination. I mean, it's obviously like Willy Wonka's. I mean, that's all I can figure out. Otherwise, you'd change your crap.
Honestly, did I not realize that the whole counts to even get towards like the counts to get towards voting happens like all year round. Like there's always an award out there somewhere, and whenever you stop doing something to support your artists, like fans are supposed to do, it just ends up hurting. If you wonder why they lose
Yep.
and get there and stuff, well, there you go. There's the reason.
Yep. And I always love it. All these people that were protesting and quit streaming for however long they quit streaming and stuff are now, just like I told you, are the ones pushing streaming. It's like, oh, the streaming that y'all didn't do is so you're pushing us to stream now because they're behind. I wonder how that happened. Here, let me help you out.
Let me give you glasses so you can see your stupidity.
Right.
Seriously.
Like, I can't. Like I said, if I didn't have to get my stuff from Twitter, I wouldn't be on there at all because it's a terminal shit show
I don't
every
even go
single
on there
day.
anymore. Like I was like,
It's not even.
okay, let me just get it because I keep seeing all this stuff about the boys, so let me just see what's going on. And I stayed on there for a little while and posted some things as well. And like the more and more that I'm on there, I'm just like, I don't want to be on there.
Yeah, it's just very toxic.
I've
And
pissed
then you
people
have,
off on there.
yeah, and then of course you have all the report this person because they said something disgusting about the boys. They are grown men. And I don't care if I'm 100. If I want to appreciate a grown man's physique, I will appreciate a grown man's physique. Now,
And they do
granted,
have good physique.
I didn't listen to what happened, but someone else I talked to did, and she's actually the one that brought it up. And I was like, I know who you're talking about. And I said, this person, she goes, yeah. And she said it was rather disgusting. But on that note, there's a reason I don't watch her content. So
See, the same people who are like, oh my God, report this person because they're sexualizing our idols are the same people that do it.
yep.
Like with Hyunjin's live where he was dancing recently. People like, oh my God, we saw this, like he's so hot, and like the same people like, oh, don't do this. It's
Oh, well, but
disgusting.
you can't do that if you're over 30. You have to act your age. I'm like, do you think we all wither up and die at the age of 30? Because I guarantee you my drive is way better than yours. But okay, let's go there.
It's just it's annoying too
Oh,
to
God,
see
yes,
it.
it is.
I hate it. It's like let the older like generation enjoy K-pop too. Come on.
Man, there was a 100-year-old grandma at their LA concert. Music has
Really?
no age. Yeah,
Oh my God.
there it was. And it was pointed out because she had a T-shirt on that said "I'm a 100-year-old state," and she was walking into the LA stadium. Yeah.
I hope she
So
stays.
tell me again how there's an age limit to music, because I'm pretty sure that's called ageism, and
First
that
of
makes
all,
you disgusting.
There's a lady on TikTok who like sings Stray Kids songs and everybody praises her and she's like 70.
Yeah, I think I've seen her.
yeah, I've seen that. But even then, like they don't think it's disgusting when a younger girl fans over like a 70-year-old pop star or anything. They don't find that disgusting.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
All
Like
you little girls that like went, no, well, not even y'all are even too young for this, but all the little girls that was like over Backstreet Boys, good for you.
Don't even get me started on those groups.
But it's the same thing. What's the difference between a 30-year-old woman and a 13-year-old other than the fact that if they look at you, they're a pedophile?
yeah,
If they
exactly.
look at me, anyway, that's all I'm gonna say.
There's like nothing.
I think y'all have an idea of where I was gonna go with this, and I'm just gonna stop. So it's just I just can't with these kids.
Yeah, we honestly don't even know their preferences. Like they really don't talk about it. They don't say like what their types are or anything like that. As far as you know, they could be attracted to 30 years older women or anything like that. You don't know that. Are you gonna
Yeah,
also judge
remember
that
me
fact?
saying that my drive is more in line with theirs than yours is? Yeah, that's a real thing.
We only know Felix jokingly said Changbin is his type if he were to date a man.
Who was his type?
Felix said Changbin, he would date Changbin if
Oh,
he
because of
would
the
date a man.
muscles. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's all we
yeah.
know about them.
The fact that he even said that is funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was adorable.
I could have sworn like I've heard somewhere that he was bi, but even
It's
then,
I think he's just Felix.
yeah.
that whole bi thing came from the hearts that he used. The
Yes. Yeah.
that's why that came from because people are like, oh my god, he's such a bi icon. It's like
I guarantee you he did not
Oh
think of that when
yeah,
he
I
put those
remember
colored
that.
hearts up there. I'm like, Felix is not that in
He
he's
doesn't
not that
think about it when
complicated.
he does
He's
things.
not
Like
that
he
complicated.
literally
Yeah.
thought like cucumbers and stuff was fruit. Like
Yogurt.
he doesn't, yeah, he
Oh.
does not think that far
And
into it.
chicken
Like
has meat in
he's
it.
the type, he's the type that will literally say before he actually thinks.
well, cucumbers can actually be fruit though, can't they? Because they have seeds on the
Okay,
inside.
No, I mean tomatoes are, but he was like mentioning yogurt and
yeah,
carrots, and I
carrot.
mean it was, and just like the chicken has meat in it. I don't. I think
Oh yeah.
I think he's a lot like
I
me. He talks out loud a lot, and sometimes it just shouldn't be said.
I think he just makes things a lot more complex than they are, so it just comes off
Yeah,
a certain way. And
like
I've
the spoon or the spork or however. I don't even remember what he called it,
Spork
but it was.
or
no,
I
he's
don't
like,
even remember. It was
this is like
so
a
bad. Like
form.
I was
No, he
he
called
like,
it
said
a foom. He called
he
it
called
a
it
foom.
yeah, that's
a
it.
foon.
Like,
He said,
has this
you
boy
know,
never left
take
his
a
house?
fork and a spoon. It's a foom. That's just how
Everything's
he
so much more
is.
difficult.
You
Yeah.
cannot take everything that he does seriously. Well, I mean, you could take
He
most of what he
literally
does
does
seriously,
not think,
but
he doesn't do a deep dive of thinking before he does things sometimes.
yeah.
But that's why we love him. I mean, because he's so genuine. Poor kid. I just love Felix.
So Okay, so I'm just gonna move on to our Maze of Memories, and we are now on episode 9, part 1 of the Stray Kids Survival Show. And this episode begins with the members in the dance studio practicing, but they look kind of frustrated, probably because, from the loss of one of their members.
Imagine that.
Suddenly JYP does enter the room to tell them about the mission. I'm like, my boy, give them a second to process. Give them a second, okay? They went from a 9-member group to a 7-member group. Like, chill out. JYP then mentions that although the missions have been hard for them, yeah, no joke. Like, come on. He saw some special aspects, and with the final mission, he will have to make the final decision. For the final mission, they will do a live performance that will be broadcasted everywhere live so that they can get the viewers' opinions and feedbacks. Taking all of that into account, JYP will decide on the final members that will debut. JYP says that they have to show that they belong in their group. They have to like actually put in the effort and make it seem like what could they bring into the group that will actually be helpful. How about charisma, beauty? Like, I feel like they brought a lot into this, but whatever. Channy talks about this being their final mission and how they would have to put on a good stage, and each member expresses their worry about it being their last mission that will be live. They're like, once we make a mistake, that's it. It's out there live. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. The scene this switches to the voice back in the dance studio, this time without JYP, and they decide to prepare Ya Ya Ya. But then Channy remembers that Felix is gone, so then he will have to move it around to fit 7 members instead of the 8 members that they made that song with. Hyunjin mentions how hard it will be to fix it, considering Felix had a lot of the parts, and him being in the center kind of makes it difficult to like switch things around. And it's been decided that that move that Felix did, the hoverboard move where he gets on the member's back, they decided to have Jingmin do it instead. And
Well, he was
Jingmin
still
does,
skinny then.
yeah, he wasn't bulky then.
No.
And so he did try to do it a few times, and then he realizes that it's honestly really hard to balance himself on 2 people, especially when they're supposed to be moving around and dancing. So he does have a little bit more trouble doing it, and Channing was just like, I see you're a little unstable, and he's like, yeah, but don't worry, when we go live, I'll get it down. Okay, confidence right there. Let's go. Channing does talk about them going from 9 members to 8 members to 7 members and how it feels kind of empty now, and it just does not feel the same. And then he gets a little upset that the members keep making mistakes during the rehearsals, the practices, and tells them that they need to practice more. They need to put more effort. They need to keep trying because this is their last chance. They need to keep going. After that, it shows Channy in the dance studio practicing with Woojin. Then I'm sorry, not Channy. Yeah, Channy. And then as from practicing with Woojin, then to all of the members practicing. Then the scene switches to Channy in one of the studios working on the music when somebody comes in. Can anybody guess who comes in to interrupt Channy?
Lino?
No. Oh, that would have been so cool, but no. It was Bam Bam from GOT7. He comes in wanting to support Channy and take him to eat to hopefully cheer him up after the whole thing. They talked about Bam Bam and the others in GOT7, like I forgot, but I know Jackson was one of them that they used to sneak out. And Bam was like, no, we had permission to go out. And Channy was like, no, y'all didn't, because why would I ask if you like, oh, where y'all going? And you're like, shh. Like, oh yeah, that's not
Yeah,
the permission, right?
Channy's telling on him, huh?
Yeah, right. He was just like, nah. And then Batman asked how Channy's team is and after everything. And Channy mentions that they're good and they follow really well and take instructions really well, but that he hoped that they would debut as 9, and unfortunately, even though they won't be debuting as 9, he says that they're such a tight-knit group that they still hang out and talk with the members outside of the 7 members that are left. He says that will always stay the way it is going to be. So that goes to show that Felix and Lino is obviously still part of the group, whether they're officially part of the group or not, which is really sweet. That Chinese, like, in his mind, he's like, even though we're not a group anymore, I chose each and every one of you, and you will always be a part of each and every one of me. You know what? I saw this one video on YouTube. It was like a little short video, but it was the cutest thing and so true. And they were saying that it took 7 years for Channy to even get close, like to even debut. But they said that with each year, he lost something, lost a part of himself. And that's where each of the members come in. Like, Ian was his childhood. Felix was his home.
Oh,
Lino was his brother.
I don't
No,
remember, but
Damien was
I
his
know what you're
brother.
talking about.
Yeah, that was the cutest thing, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, my heart. That is so
And
true.
if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, and it is true.
Yeah, like literally, they put him back together, fitting in like a puzzle. It is the sweetest thing that I saw. I was just like, yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, this episode ends with Bam Bam continuing to give Chenny advice on what he can do to keep moving forward. And Chenny was like feeling more relaxed. He feels like a little more energetic, and he feels like he can do this now. Then we get to episode 9, part 2, and this episode begins with Sungin in a training studio with his vocal teacher. When his vocal teacher comes in, they go over what he's got so far and what he has written in his journal about his vocal logs. And Hani says that he is actually one of the members that writes in his journal every single day. He's very meticulous. He does not miss a day or miss a step to even writing in there whenever he has a chance. And I'm pretty sure till this day he still writes in that journal.
Oh, I know he probably does because he still goes to voice lessons. So
Yeah, so I would not be surprised if he still has it. I would love to see those journals, to be honest, to see what he does write in there and how he writes in there. But just like Chenny's laptop, I doubt we'll ever see it. Uh, it flashes back to JYP giving him criticism that although he has a nice voice, he fits in his role too well as the back vocal or whatever. And he says that there was really nothing special about him and he needed to change that up or whatever. Like, first of all, he has a good voice. He's not the main vocal. So why are you complaining? There's just because there's nothing special about him. Like, first of all, it's a lot special about him. When I hear his voice, it's like angels. Okay, so shut up. You don't know. You when I hear your voice, it feels
yeah.
like I'm in hell. So shut up.
Sounds like nails across a chalkboard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or ghost.
Sweet dreams are made of me. I'm just counting with him.
Yeah.
So the vocal teacher asked Sungmin to sing for her to show her his progress, and towards the end of it, she actually praises him and saying that he honestly has proved a lot. He like shows real like growth, like he's doing really well. Obviously, for a man who like practices like his life depends on it, it makes sense. It then moves on to Woojin practicing and how JYP mentions not noticing that he is the main vocal and ending with the episode with him saying something I don't care. Honestly, I didn't even remember. I didn't really pay attention to exactly what Woojin had to say towards the end of the episode, so I couldn't remember to tell
Well, I think we all know why.
you. Then we move on to episode 9, part 3, and this episode begins with Changbin sympathizing with Woojin and how because Woojin is the main vocal that he might feel burdened by it. Changbin then mentions Woojin being able to take care of himself really well as the main vocal. Surprise, surprise there. Woojin's all about himself, so of course he has enough time and means to take care of himself when the others are practicing so hard that they can barely even think about themselves. It then moves on to him crying and in a few scenes drinking a lot of water and exercise. He then shows Woojin with his vocal teacher, and after he was done singing, she mentions that his voice was is what girls like. I don't know where, but okay. I guess that she's right. Women love the other members' voice, but whatever. But that he doesn't need to try so hard. She said that he was putting in way too much effort when there was not an effort needed to put in. It then moves on to Hyunjin looking like he's getting ready to go to school because he was in his school uniform and he looks really tired, which is not a surprise because when he showed us the time, it was like 4:40 a.m. Like, "Ooh, I can't even get myself up that early." Although on Saturday I had decided to work overnight, so I worked between from like 8 p.m. until 7:50 the next day. I was exhausted, so it was definitely tiring. Um, yeah, so Sungmin mentions that Hyunjin and him goes to school, but when Sungmin wakes up, Hyunjin is already gone, like he's gone. And so the episode ends with Hyunjin mentioning that he gets up early to go to school and he's always the first one there, and then he heads straight to practice after school. So good for him. Put in that effort, my boy. That's why you're so far. You're getting so far. Then we got episode 9, part 4, and this episode begins with Hyunjin with the vocal teacher, which he says he had Hyunjin do his little parts, and when he was done, he says that Hyunjin still has the same problems as he's had before, like his pronunciation is still a little bit of a problem, and his vocalization is a problem. So when it switches to a scene with Hyunjin and Changbin in a room, Hyunjin mentions being confused about something when it has something to do with like his vocalization or whatever, and Changmin was like joke saying like, "Oh, you're not paying attention to class, are you? You're not paying attention to your lessons." And then Changbin then tries to show Hyunjin a trick to help him get his voice to resonate. After a few tries, Hyunjin gets it down, and then and his spirits literally start rising. Like you can literally see the relief in his voice, and on his face, and how excited he starts to get now that he like understands where it's like what Changmin means, and he's starting to see like, oh yeah, I got this. Like I can do it. Like I'm down. Um, Next was Ian with the vocal teacher. After he sung, the vocal teacher tells him that he fixed his strength evaluation and that said that he even got complimented, which he gushed about, which was the sweetest thing. Like I love Ian, he's so adorable. Um, yeah, it seems like there was a scene from the last evaluation where Felix was eliminated. It seems like there was some parts taken out from that scene because it showed it in this scene where JYP does tell Ian, give Ian a compliment on what the others said about him and said like, "Oh, look at you, you shed your amateur coat and actually did a good job." First of all, there was no need for that back in the okay, but whatever. Um, so yeah, it did shock Ian hearing that, and he was really excited to the point where he ended up calling his mom to tell her that he actually got complimented from that mission. And she mentions it. She mentions his aunt calling her and always being upset that after every episode he is always getting yelled at, and she wanted to know why. She wanted to be like, "Stop yelling at him."
It was his grandma that did that, like calling his mom saying, "Why is he yelling at our baby?" Or something like. I
Oh,
remember it's
really?
his
It said
grandma.
his
Yeah.
well, it said his aunt. It said his aunt.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just
I'm sure his
I
grandma did that as well, but
yeah.
it's
I think
on this
when
part.
Ian was telling the story, he was saying it was his grandma, but I don't. I see both of them doing it, being like, "Why are they yelling at our baby?"
Which I definitely see his grandma doing it because I think Ian says like that's one of his big supporters as well, so it makes
Well,
sense.
he always called her. Like
Yeah, didn't he
when
say
he
like when he got
debuted,
the
he
audition?
the first
Yeah.
person he called was his grandma. So
So
sweet.
he she laughed after like telling him that his mom laughed after telling him that and asked Ian like how bad do you have to be for that to always happen though? And his mom, like Ian, of course, like chuckled, but he was just like, "Dang, that hurt." And she was just like,
Yeah.
you know, me and your dad will always tell you the truth. So, like, don't expect anything else. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, I know, I know." And then the dad comes on the phone, and the first thing he asks Ian is, "Had he eaten, and if he had enough money?" I'm like, dang, where's my dad? I never get that call from him, but whatever.
Because you have a job. You can BUY your own thing.
Yeah, I guess he is still 16 at this time, so it makes sense.
I think he was actually 15 at this time because he
Then
turned. He didn't
okay, I get
turn.
that.
He didn't turn 16 until the new year. So yeah, and that's when they debuted. So he was still 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I understand the need to want to make sure. And Ian
Yeah.
laughs about it and says, like, why do you always ask me that every time you call or every time I call or anything like that? And his dad answers by saying, like, you need to eat to survive. So, I need to make sure you have enough to do so. And he
Probably
also
because his dad doesn't really have anything else to say to him other than asking him if he needs money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
I
they
can see
probably don't have those conversations like with mom or grandma would be.
maybe like yeah, maybe his dad's just not the touchy feely type to like go into detail about like, oh, how
Yeah.
you feeling or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he also pointed out that he looked like he lost a lot of weight, so that's why he wanted
Stress.
him to eat more. Yeah, and he said that they were like, okay, make sure to keep doing good. Um, Listen to your young and just keep fighting. Continue to do well. And he's like, okay, cool. The producers asked Ian towards the end who he trusted the most, and he said his parents, that they have always trusted him and supported him. He said that he hopes to see them at the broadcast and hope they won't worry too much about it and hope they can also get something to eat afterwards, ending the episode with that. Um, the next episode was episode 9, part 5. And this episode begins with the members practicing the dance and the dance instructors noticing how hard they breathe towards the end afterwards. And they said, it's in a more professional manner, they need to do a better job to hide that part. Like, if they're trying to become professionals, they shouldn't openly show how tired they are from dancing. Keep that under control and just breathe, steady their breaths.
Yeah.
The boys then talk about creating a new song for the broadcast, which was called Young Wings. It's about being a teen and then becoming an adult. After they were done showing the dance instructors the dance to the song, the instructor mentioned it looking a little stable. He said that when they were done with one move, they were in a rush to start another move. And the tapping of their feet and one of the moves that they didn't actually match well. They said overall they didn't really give a good evaluation of it, but they got some good advice on how to like mix it up and to make it better. And that's how that episode ended. And then we're on episode. Actually, no, that's not that. Survivor. So that's where I ended.
Back is itching. Oh.
Girl, your mic's muted on station head.
Mine? Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it not supposed to be?
I mean, I guess if you're not talking, doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm talking now.
Oh yeah, I can hear. I was like,
I can
I don't
I can
that.
hear myself.
Really, I can. I can see my limey thing moving like I am talking, but
Yeah, I have like a echo. I don't think I'm awake enough for lore tonight. If you want to talk on lore, you go right ahead.
oh, nope, move on. Move on.
Fam room. The only thing I can think of this week is Hannah did a cover to Vampire from Olivia Rodrigo. Is that her name? And so that, other than that, not a lot of stuff going on. I did put some links in various rooms.
Oh, you missed that thing where
What?
Channy's dad got a milestone
Oh,
achievement.
I posted that, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I post that in there? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
For
saying.
what, 20 years of service to Special Olympics, I think
and
is what
it's
it was.
funny. because I will be bringing that up in this latest Chinese room that I'd done.
About him talking about the Special Olympics. Oh, there it is. Taste Restaurant. Let's see what I put in here. Where's today's date? Okay. I think we've already done the 11th with the rice cakes and things because it was their Lunar New Year. I put in.
Oh, that was the sweetest thing. So I have a coworker at work that actually he's Vietnamese and he celebrates Lunar New Year. And so afterwards when I had went to work, he had given me a one of those red what is it, the red envelopes?
Yeah.
And it had like this crisp $2 bill in it. And he was just like, you know what this signifies? I'm like, yeah, I do
What?
actually. And
What?
he was like, I just want you to just giving this to you so that way you have luck and prosperity and have like a good year and this and that. And I'm just like, that was the sweetest thing. Like that literally
That's
touched-
sweet.
never had one.
Taste Restaurant. I didn't post a whole lot of Korean dishes, but a cornbread cowboy casserole, which I guess I'm gonna have to try that out. Just ground beef, corn, and black beans with cornbread and a layer of cheese. Easy. Okay, yeah. Right here.
I was like,
Look right
why did it go silent? And that is
Easy.
why I put my dog in her cage because I did not want to be attacked this time.
He wouldn't be this way if my house was all quiet, but evidently it's not. Look at him. You're being weird. Easy potato soup from
He's like-
scratch.
He's like,
Yeah, he's
I want to kind of be present here, but at the same time, I'm too shy to look directly at it.
It's
So
like-
I'm looking at the other way.
So you lay on my face, dog. Okay. Easy potato soup from scratch. I actually make one in a crock pot that is super, super easy. That's the last one I put in there. Because it's literally just opening packages and cans, which is all good for me, but it's really, really good. Nothing in the bakery. I don't think I put anything in the art, or I think Anka put some stuff in the dance. Yeah, she put the domino tutorial, the new jeans tutorial, Rover tutorial. Oh, I did these last week. I don't remember. 14. No, I haven't talked about these. The Seraphim, Maniac, Thunderous, Megaverse. Holy cow. Hype Boy.
That's a lot in there. Whoa.
Super
go
shy,
girl.
super shy. Queen card. G idol. I don't know what that word is.
Oh, I wanna
Money
learn,
from Lisa. Huh? What?
but I
what?
definitely want to learn the Megaverse.
Oh, the Megaverse.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. It says full dance tutorial, so that must mean the whole song. But you know, once you get to a certain point, it just repeats. So
Yeah.
anyway. Nothing in voices. I'll let is Key still in here somewhere?
Yeah, she's muted though.
Okay. Let's go let her go to the gym. If she's listening. Okay.
Oh, she is.
So I did this at like 5:30 in the morning last week. I couldn't sleep.
I posted like 3 things under the gym,
Yeah,
just
I
like
went and saw.
anti-inflammatory and stuff. Like I said, I
Oh.
should really start reading what I post because it might help me. But that would
So-
involve reading.
And reading is not always fundamental.
I haven't read since 2016. I've read one book, and that was only because a friend of mine wrote it.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only
Oh.
book I've read. I used to read like 3 to 7 a week, and now that since 2016 I've read.
I love reading. I have like a mini library in my living room and another library in my
Oh, I have like 3 Kindles and an iPad and lots of physical books. I don't use any of them for that.
So what I was focusing on at like 5:30 in the morning was a talk I had with a friend of mine that actually brought on the thing. The main thing that I kind of focused on was body mass index, or BMI for people who want to shorten it.
Oh, I thought you said naughty mess. I was like, what are you talking about?
Body mass index. It is your height to weight ratio, which, funny enough, is not accurate anymore. And it was actually created by white men who were between 5'6" and about 6 foot, probably. And it doesn't include women, anybody who's shorter than that, people of color, and children. So it is wildly inaccurate, and a lot of doctors will actually sit there and tell you that is actually quite inaccurate. So, the thing that is more accurate than BMI is what's called waist to hip ratio. Instead of going from height and weight, it goes from your waist and your hips and how your fat is stored. And I put a waist to hip ratio calculator in there for anybody who wants to do that.
I do.
So you just measure your hip. I'm probably gonna have to put instructions in it, but like you measure your hips and your waist and put it in there. I believe it's by inches, or you can do centimeters for those who want to do it. And I believe you add your
Like gym?
huh?
You put it where?
The gym, Rocky's gym.
Oh, I see. Waist to hip ratio.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Um.
Oh, wait.
So what I read is you measure your hip area, which includes your butt and your waist. Put it in along with your age and I think your gender, and it'll tell you if you're a good, good amount of healthy or not.
Oh, I definitely.
But it definitely seems a lot better because I put mine in and mine said that I will live longer is what it said at the bottom.
You will
That
live
is
longer.
not something I want to hear.
Yeah, me either.
Well,
I'm still trying to decide whether I want to go past 35, okay?
as somebody who is as someone who's heavier set and has been heavier set with a lot of disordered eating and such, hearing that makes me think, oh yay, I'll definitely live to like my great grandma's age. She was like 95, 96 when she passed.
Yeah, my grandpa is
Yeah,
103. I do
too
not
old for
want
me.
that life.
I know, that's too old for me. I don't know if I can do that.
But it definitely seems more accurate than body mass index because one, I'm broad shouldered and I am like curvy due to my bones. So it doesn't make sense that I'm overweight or would be overweight by being 120, which is kind of like really thin for my body type. And then, it just makes more sense to calculate with waist to hip ratio. At least that for me.
I'll have to weigh myself. Measure myself later. I don't like to weigh myself anymore.
No, I'm good.
Yep, it's waist circumference and your hip circumference. You can change it from inches to centimeters. and it'll tell you if you're in a healthy weight. So
I thought they also base it on your height.
that's um that's BMI, the
Oh.
body mass index will go for height. Like I'm apparently overweight with BMI, but with waist to hip ratio, I'm actually where I'm supposed to be in terms of weight.
Oh, good, because I've heard that like if you're 5'2", you have to be like 129 pounds. And it's like
I'm 5'1.5",
overweight.
and I'm supposed to be 110 pounds by BMI standards. But due to my waist to hip ratio, I'm actually where I'm supposed to be at for a 5'1.5", 24-year-old human. So
Yeah.
I can guess I'm more, but I've been walking more. I just haven't really been exercising. So and I only
I
got like 3 months left. I don't think
I
I'll make it, guys.
I lost five 5 to 10 pounds since I've been on my meds.
You're gonna be walking a lot once you get overseas.
I know.
She'll come
That's what
back
I'm
and she'll just
saying.
be all
Like,
skinny.
I know she'll look like a skeleton with no
We'll have to
boobs.
I don't care about the boobs. I'm hoping for the booty. I want a booty, you know?
hit
If
the
I gotta
gym,
go.
do some squats.
Yeah, but I have to lose weight first.
I
And you
want
know how
mine
they say
gone.
lose the weight first before you work on like the butt area? Because you don't want to like get a butt and then lose weight and then next thing you know your efforts to your booty is gonna like go away.
I mean, I worked on my butt and lost weight, and still, my butt looks good. I guess it just depends on like
Yeah, I've always
your
had a
weight
butt.
distribution.
Like I was a toothpick with a butt, and it's only
I
gotten bigger.
I used to be a twig in elementary school, then puberty hit in 5th grade, and then I filled out in high school, and now nothing fits.
I filled out after high school.
Same.
It was like my body was just like, okay, you had your
Yeah.
fun. Here's the weight now.
I graduated, I weighed 110 wearing cowboy boots and jeans. So
Uh,
Mhm.
when I dropped out of school, I was 180 pounds due to track and field, cheerleading, and weight training. So,
See, my I think where I went downhill from was the fact that I didn't join basketball or volleyball anymore. So basically I had no means to exercise. So my body was just like, you know what? Here's the consequences. You can't just eat and not have anything affect you.
I was the only 5th grader to actually be out of a training bra. So, and then everything else is like filled in afterward.
I don't like wearing a bra. That's why
I
y'all don't see me. I'm just wearing a shirt. They've been bugging me.
Yeah, well,
I
I've
only
had
put a
kids
bra
now.
on because I'm here right now. Because all day long, I have not had a bra on.
You can't even see where it's at, bro. Why'd you have to put one on?
Because my boobs melt.
The conversation from
See,
earlier.
you can't even tell.
Yeah, you would be able to. All
If
right, do we want to go ahead and jump into Just Breathe, or are we still on boobs and ass?
we can
Boobs and
definitely go.
boobs and butt.
We can definitely go into the mental health section. I can find it because I don't know.
My dog needs a therapist. He won't leave me alone now.
Okay. I'll probably do this in like sections. So like this week I'll focus on one of them. Then like next week I probably will. Um. So as we brought up last time, wanted to talk about depression. Um. So there are like 4 basic components of depression. So there's like types, causes, symptoms, and treatments. So depression is, a mood disorder within your brain. There are 6 of them. There is severe depression with psychotic symptoms, mild depression and moderate depression, bipolar depression, dysthymia, and reoccurring depressive disorder. The one that I am going to focus on is severe depression, because I think a lot of people end up with severe depression at some point. So it's also called major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems, such as, not having the motivation to exercise, or even get out of bed, or even, do self-care. You may have trouble doing normal day-to-day activities, and sometimes you feel as if it isn't worth living. So that's when intervention steps in and you start doing therapy, taking meds, even talking to a psychiatrist. Some people end up in groupie sock vacation, which is a-okay because there's nothing wrong with getting professional help that way. There's also a difference between just being sad and actually living with depression. So, sadness obviously is an emotional state, but depression is the mental health disorder. Sadness can be temporary and will pass with time, but depression will be persistent. So it never really goes away, even if you treat it with, things that you can treat it with. And
I wonder
sadness
if
doesn't,
the best treatment is to just get over it.
yeah, let's see how many people actually, if that works for everybody. But depression is okay to feel, and it is definitely okay to seek help when you need it. And it's just one of those things that just happens. It can be hereditary. It could just come on with environmental factors, like somebody who passed away that were really close to. It could be a pet, it could be due to
Ow.
bullying. It could be due to so many different things. And
Could be due to my pet bullying.
I mean, it could probably be due to that.
He's just being annoying. Something's spooking him. I don't have no idea what that would be.
I'll focus next week on mild or moderate depression. But there are definitely like depression triggers. So, depression triggers are pretty much like what I just said, like with people passing away, animals passing away, bullying, and so on. And there's definitely ways to cope with those triggers. Could be leaning on a friend, leaning on a family member, emotional support animals. There are ways to live with depression and not wanting to die. Like the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All I know is I think this whole COVID stuff really screwed our kids up. Like, I don't know what's their deal, but it doesn't even matter what age group you're in. They're just different now.
Depression definitely affects a lot of people, and humans were created to be social people, social creatures. So without that socialness,
Thing is, like, the 3-year-olds weren't even really around when it hit, so that can't be that excuse. I don't know what it is. It drives me nuts.
depression is hereditary at times too, so it's most likely hereditary in the younger children.
Yeah, it could be that. Hereditary.
Doesn't that suck though?
What?
Have that hereditary.
I can tell you firsthand, it sucks ass
Yeah,
because I have hereditary depression.
yeah, so do I. That's why I said it sucks. Like, how do I get it from my birth mom, who I haven't seen or spoken to in like, I don't know, 22 years. So like to even like, damn, what good did you leave me with? All you left me with was depression. How fun is that?
In Beautiful, I was hoping the room monitor would be here tonight, but she's not feeling well. So, I posted a hydrating skincare and lash curling with La Seraphim Sakura.
Oh,
A
so
black versus brown eyeliner, when and why to wear each. I don't really wear either, but yeah.
so I had I'll probably add this to there later, but I had bought a bunch of these different ones. They're Korean face
Oh, the
masks.
face masks.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Korean face. So I haven't tried them yet because I just got them in today. But when I do try them, I guess I'll see like what the effects are. Like this one is collagen. This one is I mean not collagen. This one is dermal. They're all dermal. One is herb, one is aqua, one is Q10. So I guess we'll see how that works out. I also got these different hand masks, Korean hand masks.
Did you
Oh,
So I
just
guess
say
we'll see how
herb?
I did say herb, yes. I'm sorry, did I say that wrong?
her is a man. Herb is what's in your mask.
Herb?
The H is silent. You're not British,
Listen,
lady.
listen. It says herb.
Yeah, the H is silent.
Whatever.
It's okay. We
Anyways.
all do it.
Tanya more than all of us.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess we'll see how that turns out.
Cool.
I did a cucumber peel mask the other night, and it was actually
I
felt
thi-
really nice.
I
Yeah,
think I have
cucumber peel masks are good.
I can't stand cucumber though, but it felt nice.
Well, you're not supposed to eat your mask.
I don't like like the actual
Look at
freaking
this one.
fruit veggie thing of cucumber.
This one is a wine. Yes.
Don't be drinking that now.
I'm still on my no drinking. Thank you.
Oh. I posted 13 best eyeshadow palettes to add to your collection. I added the video of my ColourPop stuff I got in, and I think I bought some Ulta stuff too. That anyway, it's in there. And then 12 eyeshadows that look best for blue eyes. So
I don't have blue eyes, so
I just wear what I want. Now, if I really want my eyes to, if I really want my eyes to pop, I wear purples with copper. But that's like so rare. Or I will wear that if I can't decide what colors to wear. I'm just like, okay, go for the pop.
I don't really
I can wear any color.
eyeshadow.
Yeah,
I don't wear.
I can wear anything too. It's just sometimes the neon, because when I'm doing my makeup in my mirror, it looks very different when you're not in your mirror. Sometimes it's a little overbearing.
If I want to do Emmy's eyes from Phantom of the Opera, all you gotta do is just use black.
I would like to learn how to do winged liner, but that takes like practice, and me sitting there with eyeliner for hours is just
Use
probably
tape.
not going to happen.
Use
I
tape.
tried that too. It didn't work. I did buy a little tool though that's supposed to help, but it probably won't help me either.
They also have like little stampy thingies that you can use as well.
Yeah, I've tried those too.
I do
You have to
not the
remember,
efforts to put
my
in-
eyes are wrinkly, so I have to maneuver around the wrinkles to get it to look right. It's super annoying.
I have severe hooded eyes, so
let's go on to Cinnamon Salon, and I'm gonna go let these yappy mutts out because she's driving me nuts.
all right. So what I posted is everyday hair care. There are sections for a lot of things. So there's 10 hair care habits that can damage your hair. How you style your hair can cause hair to look brittle, frizzy, and lackluster, or even fall out. You know, these are tips from dermatologists that will actually help. Because it is Black History Month, and I'm very happy about that. There is a black hair tips for everyday care. So definitely, if you got, you know, even mixed children can definitely benefit from that as well. There are tips on coloring and perming tips. I don't know who still perms their hair unless they're like 70 and up, depending on who you are. Then there's how often do children need to wash their hair? Um, it's obviously the ages between 8 and 12 years of age. Obviously, need to shampoo their hair. Um, my kids too, so I really wash his hair maybe a couple times a week, and his hair still looks really nice and not even greasy.
I wash my daughter's hair like every 2 days or so.
Which is actually a perfect amount to wash hair like that as is, so it's not either too
Yeah, I've
greasy.
always heard
dry.
that. For me, I always wash my hair at least once a week, but that's just because I have the color.
Yeah. I wash my hair once or twice a week too, but that's just because my hair is like super greasy all the time. So,
It like takes a while for it to even get greasy.
yeah. There are tips for removing gum without cutting hair. It's actually pretty good. I've actually used several different things to get gum out of children's hair without cutting it.
Like warm water.
I've used ice, I've used peanut butter, I've used
Why?
egg yolk to freeze it off. It all depends on the child's hair, because you know, if the child's hair is like super thick, obviously it's not gonna work.
Thankfully, I never had to have that happen before, and hopefully it stays that way. But
So there's also tips on teaching your child healthy hair care habits. So like the kids who are ready to take showers and baths on their own and don't need parents' help, definitely thing.
Everybody disappeared. I wasn't gone that long.
I'm letting my dog out.
Yeah, more. Yes. Then there's winter. Let's see. Yep. All right. So there's also more tips for healthy hair, and must try summer hair care since summer's gonna be here soon. It's gonna be miserable.
I'm not ready for the heat.
I live near a lake, so it's still cold. That's all I have.
Now that I finally found my scissors.
So what?
My
Huh?
noodles are cold.
No.
So much I could say on that. The guys eat cold noodles all the time.
Cold noodles?
Spaghetti's not supposed to be cold.
No. I ate cold pizza, but that's about it. Mm-hmm.
I'll eat cold rice.
Ew, I can do
I
that.
will that too. Depends on what flavor it is. Some flavors are not good cold.
I'll do white rice and then put hot food over it.
I let you out your cage. Knock it off.
What?
She's bugging me. I decided to let her out her.
Oh. Next up is Channy's Den.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to
Okay.
Chan's Den.
We will now begin episode 22.
This week, Channy was trying to get us all married to each other, apparently.
Listen, that was a roller coaster, and I called my mom, like, and she's like, "What? What happened?" I said,
You're
"Listen,
so delulu.
I said, listen, what my husband is doing right now." And she's like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" And I said, "No, no, no. Listen, listen,
She
okay."
sounds like me. He's not my bias, so it was just annoying.
Heads up,
And-
by the way, I'll probably have to leave here in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then she was like, "Oh my gosh." I said, "No, listen." And so she was on the phone with me as I was going through this, because as he was sending messages, I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and then he said this. And every once in a while I'll stop and be like, and, and she was like,
Ridiculous.
and I can hear my mom, my dad on the phone. "Is she really crying?" And my mom was like, "No, no, she's just playing. I mean, I think she's partially crying, but not really crying." I said, "I'm serious right now." I said, Whenever you hear me go silent, that's me." And then if you
Y'all
hear
are
me
going to
get
be in
loud,
big
that's
trouble when it's real. Oh my God.
See, I can handle when it's real because I'm just like, okay, he found somebody. But he was literally making like gaslighting me. He was like, I was like, "It's not my fault. Stop." But I wasn't
Well,
thinking about,
he did say y'all cheated on him.
yeah, right. But see, in the way he was
But with who?
messaging, I wasn't I wasn't thinking about him being with somebody. My thought process was like, what did we do? Like, who did it? Is he gonna stop talking to us in Chenny's room? Like, that was
Oh, I
my
wouldn't
thought.
blame him if he did.
But then he said, yeah, I've been actually talking to someone too. And I'm just like, who? And now that one
If
I was
he
messing with my mom about, because I was just like, it says he met somebody. He did
if
it
he
right.
ever really does, he is never going to tell y'all. I mean,
Oh,
God, the
the
meltdowns
way
have
they
been
did that, ridiculous, ridiculous. And
absolute
then
freaking meltdowns.
I know they basically will act like he died. Like, come on, it's not that serious. It was,
Well, they still have this delusion that they have a chance. And I'm like, if he ever goes back through your socials, he'll break up with you pretty quick.
oh, the way y'all do things, yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
I like to joke about it a lot, but if we're being honest, I don't think I would ever do it, just because, like, I don't think I'm just the type to, like,
You're a
settle
jealous
down.
fiend.
No, I'm not the type to settle down. What do you mean? I've never been in a relationship before. How am I gonna handle a relationship?
Almost.
Come on now.
You're too old for that crap now. Just keep doing what you got to do.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too late for me. I've never
The
emotionally
only
connected with anybody. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
I'll just be straight up about it. The only reason I'm still married is because he's gone most of the time. If he was home every single day, we would have gotten divorced years ago. Not
I
many
quit
people that can
believing in
handle
marriage.
me. Yeah,
We
I
can thank
wouldn't.
Haley Bieber for the whole Delulu fans because that's what everybody's sitting there be like, oh,
Oh
if
my
Haley Bieber
god.
married
Then give
her,
us her fan.
thing, then you still got a chance with this
Okay,
idol.
but
It's
let's
like,
be
no, we
realistic
don't.
here. Let's be realistic here, though. They want to judge the relationship about her marrying her celebrity crush or whatever. But
It
do you
was
not see
her
what she
best
married
friend.
into? But do you not see who she was married, like how she was married into it, and how that relationship is going right now? Like, do you really want that? Like,
She's
be
They
realistic
were
now.
best friends way before they got married. I mean, or
they
even dated.
actually weren't best friends. She was a random fan that came up to him, was like, "Oh my God, I love you," and then they met like a couple years later when she's like 16.
I just read that they had been like best friends for 4 years or something like that, and I was like, oh, whatever.
Between him and Selena Gomez, it was on and off with Haley as well.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
get the
but we
whole
all know
hitting each other
which
against each other. I
relationship
don't even
meant
give
more
a
to
shit.
him. Like, let's be honest.
Alexa off. Not
This is
my
why I
Alexa.
leave me alone.
Echo. Continue. He's doing whatever the hell it wants to do.
I'm glad you didn't turn mine off because mine's sitting here playing right
I
now.
know, same.
My neighbor
Same.
likes the
Wow.
music, says it helps him sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have an issue with your Alexas either.
I mean, mine literally will be like, "Oh, I did not hear what you said. I cannot."
Oh
you
no,
know,
I mean
that
like
is like,
issues like setting off your home security system issues.
I'm glad I don't have mine hooked up that way.
I forgot
So-
mine did do that. So when it all went off, I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
My lights will be that connected to mine soon, so.
Oh, number sure. Okay. Back to the thing on hand. Kenny's Room, episode 22, and June 1st, 2019.
Oh,
The
my
song.
birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The songs played on this live was The Used, Insomnia, No Promises by Chico's, Balenciaga by Chico's, Mad by Neo, Count on Me by Bruno Mars, One Last Time by Ariana Grande, Next to You by Chris Brown, Thinking About You by Frank Ocean, Love Me Harder by Ariana Grande, and Broken Arrows by blah 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 blah.
What was that?
I don't know how to say it. Avinci.
Avicii.
Oh, okay. I know
Avicii.
you're talking about now. Yeah.
Avicii.
That person. Yeah. With the A and double I's.
I took a pill in Ibiza.
What?
One of the songs I think he was like wrote or whatever was like pill in or like Ibiza or something like that.
Um,
Isn't he the one
Okay.
that's dead now?
He might hold on. Google.
Hey,
He might-
Alexa. Well, at least
glad
he
I
doesn't
have
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
the life and times of a Mexican wrestler. That's
Yeah, he passed away in 2018.
what I thought.
dang, so that happened like not that long ago.
Well, I personally conspiracy theorists. He did not unalive himself or anything of that sort. It was unalived. Because let me think. The rumor has it him and Chester Bennington were about to make a documentary or were working on a documentary about pedophilia and child sex trafficking. And the higher ups did not want that getting out, and so they unalived him.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's happened a lot, actually, if you really start looking into it. Because, 2020, they locked us all in, so I had nothing better to do.
Yeah, I'd rather not that world. I watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and I'd rather not get serious with it,
Yeah.
If I get upset watching that, I can't imagine when I do it, like actually seeing like real life stuff.
It's not good.
No, true. Okay, so this episode begins with Channy adorably sitting in front of the camera with his blonde hair, waiting for the hook in the song to start before he starts. So he mentions not being in the usual room, which, as I could see, he was not in the usual room because somebody else had reserved that room and has been using it. Like at this point, I hope at a certain point in the episodes, he got that room reserved only for him on Sundays.
Mhm.
I doubt that because I doubt he can like really reserve a room, especially since
But-
he's not always in there every Sunday. But
I think he pays for that room. But I don't know if it's like per session or if you rent it out for a month or I don't know
Yeah,
how that
no.
works.
does it with every session. He also answers a few questions and then messes with the lighting before starting the first song, which was No Promises by Chico's. And then immediately jumped into the next song, Balenciaga by Chico's. He was just like, No Promises, and as he's singing, he's like, okay, I actually have another song to play by them, and he plays the next song then. So he didn't really comment too much on those songs. And then he plays Mad by Neo, which is another song that he actually did for his monthly evaluation. And he said that song actually brought back a lot of memories for him. At this point, like I'm sure 7 years monthly evaluations, I'm sure he had gotten a lot of songs for his monthly evaluations. Done a lot of songs for his monthly evaluations. Next he plays Count on Me. Count on Me by Bruno Mars. And Channing said since he was young, and as we all know, which is what I was saying the other day, is his dad is a swimming coach. And Channing mentioned a long time ago that his dad was part of the Special Olympics. Now, if everybody knows the Special Olympics is actually where his dad helped a lot of people swim and learn to swim. And
I have no idea what's going on.
huh?
I have no idea what's going on. Did Key
What's
leave?
Oh yeah, she did.
Okay.
Oh, what else?
So I'm here left alone, eating junk food and finishing my eBay. So
Sorry. Sorry.
just left me out here hanging.
I'm sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So his dad helps a lot of people swim, and seeing that he has always wanted to be like his dad, like watching his dad really put in effort and showing these people on how to swim and all this other stuff. He was just like, my dad's a role model, and he's somebody that he can really count on. And that's where the song "Count on Me" comes into effect, because he's just like, his dad is someone he can count on. And he also mentions for those stays that actually come into Chan's room, they can also count on him if they want to. Which he's always said that he's always wanting to be our therapist, our shoulder to cry on, just a bunch of things. Like he's definitely someone reliable. And that's what hurt whenever he got Chinese room taken away, because that was the one place that people can go and let loose and just like listen,
Yeah.
which sucks that those baby stays that are barely coming into knowing about Stray Kids never really get to, might not be able to get to watch a Chinese live room ever again. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because I was really, like, it didn't even matter what I was. Like, I would literally be at work and I'm like, oh, my husband's on, excuse me, break time. And go watch it.
I can't understand him half the time because Korean, but his
Yeah.
voice was always so calming, and his
Oh, yeah.
laugh was just beautiful.
It definitely, the last few lives that he did, the last couple ones, like it was definitely heartbreaking watching them, because he really didn't talk very much and he really looked down talking.
He still looked bad.
Yeah, and his last live that he did, it looked like he was finally getting some of that spirit back into him, just for others to mess it up, which sucks. It sucks. It's like he was going through such a hard time, and he really expected to come on here, the place that he thought was his safe place, and it just turned on him, and it's just not fair.
Yeah.
It's
And that
not
person who
fair.
started it still thinks it's not her fault.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like that's the one person, like, forgive me for saying this, doxing would be perfectly okay with me.
Oh, she's not even 18, so
I don't really care.
yeah, I know, right?
If you're big enough to talk big like this up on these platforms, then you're big enough to handle what's gonna happen for
Right.
the consequences. Now, if you're like 10 and under, I get it. Like you're at that age where your immaturity level is like that great. But if you're 15 and older, come on now.
You know
Get your
better.
crap together. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you really think that you want here, expect everything to be okay? Okay. You literally just
well.
ruin a lot of things for a lot of people, including,
Especially Jam.
I know. And I think he tries to make it better by saying like, oh, well, now I have all this time to do this and that, like, since I don't have to do it anymore. But you know that he really misses it, especially since if y'all haven't noticed yet, he literally messages every Sunday now.
Uh-huh. And they
And some-
the staff exposed him for he keeps his pictures and stuff and posts on Instagram on Sundays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's trying to like connect with us still on the same day. Like he's trying to keep the promise that he made years ago to always be like there for us on Sundays. And
Yep.
now that he can't like do it live, he's trying to do it in little parts and on little parts of everything else. Like, that is the sweetest thing. That man is a big ball of sweetness. And whoever really does, kudos to you. You have married a great man. The next song that he played was One Last Time by Ariana Grande. And Channy says that moment, like he basically took parts of what that song was about. He's just like, you know, live in the moment, really like go out there, have fun, let's enjoy everything, do what you want, live life, like just go, you know, don't overthink about things.
He should write a song about that.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder which like I wonder
He
if
could
he's
name
ever-
it, you know, something like Haven. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, so the next song he plays was Next to You by Chris Brown. And Shani says that in line with all the songs that he had played with so far, brings up that nobody who is basically like nobody does not have somebody who's always there right beside you. Like no matter who you are, no matter what you do, there's always somebody, fans, friends, family, brother, sister, like anybody. There's always somebody there for you, and you just gotta like not worry and just look around you and just see, you know? And then this is also another one of his songs that he did during his monthly evaluation. Like I would be surprised. I would honestly, what song did he not do? Chani mentions one to do a specific genre day. So you know how on Station Head I like to do my little like, Stray Kids with Disney or like Feelings with Stray Kids, something like that, and it has specific songs that ties along with Stray Kids music. Well, he was actually mentioning doing something like that. He was just like, we'll have like a pop day or an R&B day or just something that ties in. Like we'll have a specific genre that we're gonna do for that live. And then Chenny answers a few questions. One of the questions was like, what if he was a Libra? And he says, yeah, I'm a Libra, a pretty dedicated Libra at that. I'm like, hopefully not too dedicated because I read my sign and it says we're not that compatible. So try not to keep that dedication, okay? I feel like, because think about it. It says that Virgos and Libras don't really get along very well, but my mom's a Libra and I'm actually very close with her. And my daughter's a Libra and I'm close.
It depends on if you're talking about normal every day or if you're talking about the language of love.
Yeah.
There ain't a
I
lot of
know.
talking in language of love, so pretty sure you could get by with that one.
Thank you. I think so too. I think 50 communication with body and then 50 communication with 50% body, 50% communication. That's what I feel like, you know?
I would hate to have to come visit and knowing Chan walks around the house practically naked and just like, come on
Let
in.
me tell you, if I
I'll just sit on the
cannot
couch
be
and
with
watch.
him, I would like to find a man that does do that crap because if I don't want to be judged if I walk around without my shirt, you know? Like if I'm doing it, you got to do it. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, when my daughter's out of the house, at least.
I have had to stop walking around the house naked. I did not realize people could see through my back door.
No.
We're driving up to the house one night, and I was like, "Oh my god, you can really see in our back door." I was like, "Damn it!"
Yeah. I would like to hope that nobody can really see me. I don't think so, but you know, at this point, I can't guarantee that somebody can just look in and not see, you know. But I also don't care.
Well, it was quite a shock for me because, yeah, you know how I usually walk around.
Okay, so his next song that he played. Oh, somebody also asked him what his house's color is again. I honestly didn't understand that question, but he says during his primary school years, his house's color was green, and they used to call it like Farah. They'll go like, "Go Farah, go Farah, go." So I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that they do in Korea. I'm not sure. I thought they were talking about, Harry Potter's houses. Like, what are you, Gryffindor? The moment he said green, I was like, what is that, Slytherin? But
Yeah,
he never said Slytherin. Well, he never said Slytherin, so at this point, I don't know. I don't think he was talking about that. I feel like if he was, he would have said Slytherin at some point,
I
but
think
no.
Gryffindor is red, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
Gryffindor's
Slytherin is
red,
green.
uh,
Hufflepuff is
pink,
Ravenclaw is blue,
yeah.
and Hufflepuff is yellow.
Yes, it's yellow. I when I hear Hufflepuff, I think pink, but oh yeah, so the next song he played was Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. And surprise, surprise, this was not a song he did for a monthly evaluation, although he had practiced it a lot. One of the reasons why he did not do the song during the monthly evaluation was because it was just he couldn't get the higher parts, and he practiced and practiced and practiced, and he finally got it. The issue, he did not have the confidence to perform it. And he did try on the live where he did, and he sounded really good. But if you don't have the confidence to perform on live stage where people's evaluating you, then I guess you just don't got that confidence.
Yeah.
And so he didn't. Especially if you feel like you're not gonna do a great job, and you won't do a good job, great job if you don't have that confidence to do it. But yeah, he said Frank Ocean is actually one of his favorite artists, and along with Drake and The Weeknd. And he said that The Weeknd actually had a concert in
No,
Korea, but that
no.
he didn't get to go because it was around this time Faze had a fan signing event, and he hopes that next time he gets to go. Honestly, though, that sucks. He was just like, "Oh, my favorite artist is here to do a concert, but I get to meet my fans." Like, ooh, struggle. That's a real struggle. I mean, think about it though. Was it a struggle? Like, you know how much he loves his fans, but at the same time, The Weeknd is one of his favorite artists. So, do you think that they get free tickets to go there, or do they actually pay for that stuff?
I think they probably have to pay.
Yeah, I guess they would have to pay, but like, how cheap would it be in Korea
Cheaper than it is here.
for them to like? Yeah, I know, but for them to
Yeah.
actually like be able to just go on a whim, because I would never be able to go on a whim. Like, I had to pay months in advance for a Stray Kids ticket here, because mine was like almost $1,000 ticket for a floor seat.
Yeah, I guarantee you their tickets are not that because making a lot of money in Korea is like 30 grand a year, which is literally nothing. It's poverty level here.
Damn, I at least make more than that. But that's because like technically you have to be getting paid at least $24 an hour to be able to make a living here.
Yeah. That's why it is in Colorado.
Is it really? Yeah. It's just I kind of like I thought that Texas prices are pretty bad, but I've seen other places too, like LA and stuff like that. I'm just like, damn, I can never live down that way. I think their gas prices alone is like $5 a gallon. Like,
More than that.
no, thank you.
And along the East Coast. You know, they do those shows, those like TV shows and stuff, and they're like, this house is going for 2.5 million, and it's like 1,400 square. It's as big as my damn basement, and I'm like, holy cow!
Oh God.
Yeah.
And not only that, rent so sky high. Like it would cost like 1,200 for a 1 bedroom. A 1 bedroom. Like what the fuck? Is that one
paid-
bedroom have like musical
toilets.
angels in it or something? Like I don't understand.
When we lived in Amarillo, because everybody was fleeing California. They would sell their houses and get millions of dollars for them, because they're expensive. And then move to Amarillo and buy these great big huge houses for $3, $4, $500,000, which made our rent went sky high. Like, I have a bachelor's degree and was managing a fast food restaurant for $10 a freaking hour, having to pay $1,600 a month rent.
Serious.
So
See, when my dad
the
had an
pay
apartment,
sucks there.
when my dad had an apartment when we were younger, he was saying that he was only paying like $200 a month in rent, and I'm just like, be like those
$200 might
days.
get you a cardboard box in front of the newspaper
Yeah,
office.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like your cheapest apartment nowadays is like 800,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes 1,000. Like, it's expensive. And not only that, like there's some apartments that actually raise it every year. So
Yeah.
if you start off at 800, I guarantee you, if you're there for years to come, like they're gonna be raising it for you every year. It sucks.
In Colorado Springs, she got that. It's a super efficiency apartment. Like, she couldn't even put a couch in there, but she was paying $1,300 a month. And they had shootings literally every weekend across the street
Oh my
from her.
gosh.
Yeah.
When I go to Korea, I'm gonna go look at those other prices over there. I'm gonna be like, let's see how much their apartments are compared to over here.
I don't understand the rental or buying process there. It's like you have to pay this huge amount of money for a deposit, and
So
most likely because you're a foreigner, they're not going to rent to you anyway.
so you
So-
actually have to go through legal means to be able to get something down there. So if you're trying to buy a house, you actually have to go through a lawyer to be able to do that. You can't just outright buy it. And not only that, when you do buy like even to get a visa in Korea, you have there's 2 ways to get there's 3 ways to get a visa. One, you live there for years, you can get a visa that way. Or two, and you'd have to like literally reapply for your shorthand visa where you have to renew it every like 3 months.
Well, this
And then-
year you can get a K-pop visa and it lasts all year, I think.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just saw it on Instagram. They're like, "Oh, this is the year to visit because you can get a K-pop visa and it's good for all year long." And I'm
I
like,
never saw anything like that. Like I had to get a Kita visa. I think that's what it's called.
well, if I ever find it again, I'll send it your way with the other 20 things I've been sending.
I know. I gotta go get a new journal so that way I can fill it up to take with me. But yeah. So the second way is if you have relatives in Korea. Obviously, I did not have Korean genes, so that will not work.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know. Just kidding. And then the third way to do it is to actually invest $100,000 into Korea itself. They're like, well, if you put that much money into us, of course you can have a visa. You're basically buying your visa.
Yeah.
But
I
I
lost
guess
my
for
water.
them, they need to know like exactly how loyal you would get to be able to live in their country. They're like, well, if
Imagine
you really
that.
want to leave, I know, right? Like if you really want to live here, you got to show us how much you want to live here. And I think 100,000 is a little chump change. Tell them maybe. Tell them that's like a
100,000
whole.
won. It's not
No,
as
it's not
much as we
100,000
think.
won. It's 100,000 US dollars.
Wes, holy cow! Because I was like, it cost them 5,000 won. No, 500. Anyway, to get a driver's license, but it wasn't that much in US dollars. Like, it was
What's
more
that,
than
like
what we
$5?
pay. No, I mean it was more than that, but I can't remember what they said. And I thought, God, that's expensive. And I looked it up. It's like, never mind.
Like
It's like I lose
$50.
that much in the. So it's not like I spend that kind of money on PC cards every week or anything. I just whatever.
My little brother, so when they when I asked them what they wanted to, I told them all, like I have 7 siblings, right? And I told all of them, I said, okay, I'm gonna buy y'all one souvenir from there. Just let me know what y'all want. My little brothers, they want won. They want money, Korean money. That's what they want. They're not gonna be able to use it, but they want to say they have it.
Well, you
Okay,
can. That's
okay.
a cheap gift. So
I
There
know,
you go.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, take it. I can give you $10, and it make it seem like it's like $50,000 right there.
Uh-huh.
They're like, this is 100 won. There you go. It's cheaper than what I was gonna spend. My other little brothers were like, oh, surprise me. Lame. Let me surprise you.
You've
Get
got
you
to go
whatever
see that library and take video for me because that looks amazing.
Okay.
I've
I'm gonna
just been
like
sending you all
take
this stuff, and
pictures
I'm
and
like, I hope
video.
she sends me pictures.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna be taking lots of videos and pictures while I'm there. Like, I'm gonna go everywhere. And that's one of the reasons why I'm walking because I'm just like, I need to get some practice in because whew,
Yeah.
I just know I'm walking a lot. I'm a little scared to go on the buses, but one of the videos that you sent me shows that
It's really
there's a way
safe.
to
Just
tell. Yeah,
yeah.
there's a way to
I
tell
love
when a
their
bus
way.
is.
Like you literally have lanes that you
Hmm.
get into when the bus pulls up. That is so cool.
Yeah, and
We
it
could
tells
never
you
do that
how packed
because
one of the carts are. So they're like,
yeah,
oh, if it's green, it's not that packed. If it's yellow, it's a little packed. And if it's red, it's like very packed. So you can tell
yeah,
which one to go into and which one not to go into. And
yeah.
it's like that for like a lot of things. I want to go on a train though, not the subways or whatever like thing that they have, but I mean like an actual train
Do they have a
where,
train that goes from like Seoul to Busan?
see, I was thinking that because I want to go check out Busan. So that's why I was like, let me see
Ask
this.
Ian on Bubble.
Oh yeah, maybe he will answer that.
Yeah, I doubt it, but
Hey,
um
it's about his hometown.
okay, so it says all driver's license classes, it's 649,000 won. That's just woo. The test fee is 150,000 won.
150,000. How much is that? Let me check.
I don't know. I'm still reading. I knew it was like really. Let's see.
It is $112.
How much is like 650,000? So that's about what it was for the classes.
It is almost $500.
See, that was the expensive part then. Classes.
Damn, that is more expensive actually because I went to driving school classes and stuff like that and it was only 300.
I did, yeah, during summer school we did driving. That was fun though because he would take us to the big city and go shop at Sam's and stuff.
Nice. Honestly though, I don't know how much the classes would be now though because this was before inflammation and all this crap happened. It
When my
looks
son got his driver's, when he went through the course, I want to say it was $300, and that was in Colorado in 2010 ish.
that's the only
So
time I
yeah,
did. No, it was
yeah.
2014. That's when I got my license.
Oh,
Okay, let's see. The
sorry, I
next
was
one.
reading about this frog that has a mushroom growing out of its side.
So the next song play. Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah. Said scientists are concerned because mushrooms don't normally sprout on animal skin because it doesn't have the necessary nutrients. So the fact that it is now sprouting on frog skin, it's worrying them.
Okay, but how would they know that? Like, do they test every single frog? There's always an abnormal uh creature, animal out
I don't
there.
know. I don't even know what kind of frog this is. It's not the kind that like comes out when it rains here. So, but
Okay, so the
they
next song,
they poisoned enough of our water. There's no surprise.
yeah, that there's something going on there. If y'all that concerned, then stop.
Yeah, right.
Stop doing what y'all doing. The next song played was "Love Me Harder" by Ariana Grande, and Channy does mention that Penguin is actually a really big fan of Ariana Grande. So there's that. Somebody
Interesting.
asked what Channy's favorite childhood memory was, but Channy said that he had a lot of good childhood memories, and he had one friend that he actually made a lot of happy memories with in Australia. Another Day asked what Channy's embarrassing moment was, and he said there was honestly so many of them he couldn't think of anything specific, but that he will prepare a memory for next time. So hopefully on next Chinese room we have a memory of one of his embarrassing moments. I know there was one where he talked about when he went underwater to scream and he didn't know if his parents like
Oh, I remember this
if
one.
anybody
That
could
was
hear
funny.
or anything like that. And he got out of the water, like everybody was looking at him like he was
Yeah.
crazy. I'm sure that was pretty
Oh,
embarrassing.
yeah.
The last song he played was Broken Arrows by Evancy. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Which was another song he did for monthly evaluation. But as a dance evaluation, he didn't actually sing this one. He danced it, which I hope they got a video out there somewhere. 'Cause I want to see that. I love him dancing. But that he said that he actually received a good evaluation for this one. Which is another reason why I want to find it. I think his 2 p.m. With my house dance thing that he did was the most funniest thing I saw. Like not funny, like I really loved watching it. Like it was something and like I was entranced by it. Like it was
Well,
definitely
you're Delulu, so
yeah. But like first of all, I'm actually entranced with a lot of people's dancing, but I was entranced in a way where I was just like it was kind of weird, like with that big confidence. At the same time, I was just like, what am I watching right now? You
I can
know?
see you watching his videos like you're watching Magic Mike show.
The way he dances sometimes, it feels like a Magic Mike show. What do you mean? Like the way he was doing it, he was just like come hither. Like I would go
I know, he's
anywhere
like,
you want. I know, like I would go anywhere you want. Where to? So I mean, you can't blame me there. He dances like a freaking Magic Mike thing.
yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
I can't imagine what he does at the dorms. Like if he walks around naked and he just starts breaking out dancing, there you go with the Magic Mike.
I don't know that he would do that though, because that's pretty, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure he does
Okay.
that. Maybe if he's wearing like chones or something, I'm sure he would do that.
Oh,
Just
these
that imagine.
boys.
I'm just imagining it. I can imagine. Anyways, Chenny does mention it not being that hard meeting stays once a week, just to say hi, and that he really loves to do Chenny's lives. Hear that? It's not that hard meeting stays once a week, which he contradicted
What?
himself that it was hard meeting stays every week.
What happened at the award show last night?
About what?
Um, so somebody posted that they were glad that Stray Kids was not present for the awards. And relieved they didn't experience that. I'm reading it says, please remember, we don't know if this was intentional or an accident. It happened in general admission, and if you leave GA, you lose your spot. This person, I don't know what's going on. Just a minute. Crowds pushing, causing surge to the point to where our idols had to intervene to guide the security to help people that passed out, bottles of water, fights breaking out. Wow.
Very serious.
Someone took a dump on the floor and the venue couldn't get it cleaned. Holy cow. This sounds like something that happens in America.
Wait, what? I
Yeah.
was seeing nothing. Where you seeing that at?
Wow. This is in the, do you know what? Did you find it in the group?
No.
Are you in this group? I don't know if you're even in this group. The adult stay group?
Um,
Oh,
I think I just joined that, but I haven't really joined like the messaging group one.
I don't go in the group chats. Yeah, you're in here.
Oh, really?
I just sending you the.
Oh, I see what you mean. They said Drake is outside touching grass, having the time of their lives, while Five Star gets snubbed at the music awards, only for the show to devolve into fist fighting, public sex, and someone literally crapping on people. It's the funniest
Yeah.
plot twist of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, they skipped the show because they were on break.
Yeah, they were on break. They were all on
And
vacation.
someone crapped themselves in the crowd, and the whole venue.
That's what they
stayed.
said. Someone crapped on the floor, and the venue couldn't clean it up because the crowds were so bad.
Someone said, "Thank God Stray Kids didn't go to the award show. Imagine performing All You Can Smell Is Shit." Uh, and then someone said they found used condoms as well. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, they said something about public sex. Wow. Wow. So it's not just America that's going to the toilet. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. That just have floored me.
What the crap? Like, what is going on with all this crap? You know what I realized? So I realized that I really missed an opportunity with Ocean's name. I could have
With
literally
what?
named her Blue. Huh? I missed an opportunity for my dog's name. You know how I called her Ocean?
Mhm.
I could have called her Blue. So if me and Channy ever got together, that'll be Blue and her Berry.
Oh,
Blueberry.
that's funny. Blueberry.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? That'd be cute. And then like
So just get another dog and name it Blue.
I can't afford to get more pets. I already got 2 cats and a dog.
I know, right?
And a
I
daughter.
have a zoo.
I
I
can't
have a
afford to get
zoo,
more.
so
They're literally draining me. And apparently Kim Du-won left the group because
what?
another fan hit them.
Oh, I didn't read that. For Matisse?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they said Hong Jun and Minji had to step in and ask the staff to stop the fight. Oh yeah. It's so weird.
That's just sad.
Someone said I need the video of the fight after the award show. I mean, seriously, they literally be posting everything, but they couldn't post that. They didn't
I know,
record it.
right?
Is that what you're telling me? That goes to show how bad this award show is. Like, was it really a disappointment that they didn't win an award there? Like, we can obviously see where that show's headed. And who would do that? Like, who would really crap the pants in?
Wow. These are just. Oh my God. Then you have somebody in the comments starting with the companies aren't protecting their idols.
Someone said, I come back online after being away all weekend. I hear that somebody shot themselves at an award show.
I know, right?
That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. I've been like, out of touch with Twitter for a while, and and like next thing you know, like all of this crap is
Don't
happening.
come back on. Don't come
Oh,
back
girl, I
on.
was never planning to.
If there's anything worthy, you know I'm going to share it.
This year, honestly, thinking about it, it could be their last year together for a while. So
Because of
honestly,
military.
like, yeah, because honestly, like, if y'all don't have y'all shit together now, get it together. Like,
Yeah.
it would be the greatest thing to get the kids more, like, more awards, more, just have them get bigger, you know? I mean, honestly, if I wish they would not. I don't know how to say this without saying this, but I hope they get better at the same time, not too big, because I really want them to.
I think we're beyond that point already.
I know. I'm hoping to see like their last like be a part of their last tour before they go into the military. And
Yeah.
and when we say they go into the military, it's not a guarantee that all the boys will go into the military right then and there. But
Oh,
thinking
no.
about it,
I think it would be better if they all went at the same time because
Oh, yeah.
like Jimin and Jungkook went together, right? And so they're in the same everything basically. And especially with Han.
it technically would be too. Like he went like not that much sooner than
But
Jimin.
he didn't get the same division. Like Jin and Jimin
Oh
were
yeah, I know.
under Jin. So they had their Han there to help out as well. But
Well, even then, like even if they didn't get the same division, like they're still gonna be getting out around the same time.
yeah.
Not Suga. He will actually be there 3 years, not 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he went into civil instead of military.
But that's just because of his injury.
Shoulder. Yeah. Oh, this world. I swear. Oh, who got that?
Someone said, I personally think that there should be a designated shitter for every award show that robs Stray Kids. Honestly, they're like, this is the last time. They were so mad that they couldn't hold it.
Well, no, I mean, not even that. You think about it. You're in general admission. You're crammed in there like freaking sardines. And all of a sudden, this shit hits you and you can't even move to get out to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So I can
That
totally see
sucks
that
for
happening.
them.
That's why I am looking into adult diapers for these concerts because I go like 3 times an hour. So,
So honestly, when I went to the concert, one of the things I did learn is to take a portable power bank, because it was
oh, yeah.
so devastating when Channy was talking and my phone died.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a piece that I'm missing. Luckily, the girl next to me, she had an extra power box, and so she lent me hers. So I
Well,
got to
and I
record the rest of the show.
I have an extra phone that only works across Wi-Fi. So I'm seriously debating taking that and using that to video because I'm not going to stream it live because that just sucks your power right up. So,
Oh, I do not have the effort to stream live.
mm.
Most of the videos I would rather keep for me.
Plus streaming live, the sound quality, it sucks. It sucks. Because when we went to Def Leppard, there were parts that I had recorded, and then there were parts I did live, and the live was horrible. I mean, you just had this pounding bass, and that's about all you could hear. You couldn't hear them singing, you couldn't hear the music. It was just horrible. But the parts I recorded sounded great. So,
Yeah,
whatever that
I
means.
think it's just because like during live it takes a lot of power towards other things that sometimes I don't think it focuses a lot on the sound that it like takes in. So I
Yeah.
mean that makes sense. But yeah,
Ah!
I would be so excited to go to another one of the concerts. It was so fun last year.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people I met there that was honestly really nice. I wouldn't say I kept in contact with any of them, but I definitely going by myself, there was a lot of people that made me feel like I wasn't there by myself. So it was really nice. People around. It sucked a little bit. There was a lot of people in like platform heels. It was like these really tall people, and I felt bad because the girl behind me looked like she was like 4 foot, and so she was short, and so a couple of us as shorties, we actually got a little bit on the chairs that they had just to like see over these tall people.
Yeah.
And we're just like trying to see.
That's why I'm wondering if it's even worth buying like floor seats because you know
Honestly,
everybody's gonna be
if
standing in front of you.
yeah, if it's if you're getting a floor seat, you might as well get up front because if you're not gonna get up front, you're not gonna see very well.
Yeah.
So your best bet would to get the sides.
Yeah. Like right there, like I'm thinking like the second, third row up because if you on the first row, you're still getting obstructed because everybody's standing up in front of you. Or if you get second and third row, that'd be your better bet.
I thought it was
And
cute that they did. They showed little trailers, like they showed the trailers of what they did. Songs they were singing. That was
not
cute.
really. A lot of my albums have DVDs with them. Not a lot. Some of them. It would be fun to start streaming them like on Discord or something. You know what I'm saying?
Which album? Because I only know of the Maniac one.
My IMU has a DVD. I don't know, I'd have to go through all of them. But like my Sounds, I know for a fact has DVDs. My Social Path has DVDs. I'd have to go through them, but yeah, I have several of them. Plus, I have the Maniac in Seoul and the Maniac in Japan.
I only
which-
have the Maniac in Soul, but that's just because
Yeah.
like I had to stop buying crap.
The
actually
one
had
from
to save for
Japan
my
is coming
trip.
in. The one from Japan should be coming in any day. They sent me a thing saying it shipped.
I had to save for my trip, so I'm like, no, stop buying.
Whatever.
Don't buy no
Whatever.
more. So I
Whatever.
definitely didn't buy anymore. I didn't buy any stuff.
Oh.
Okay, I did buy one more thing, which was the nylon shirt in Japan.
Those are nice covers. That is a
They
really
are
nice
nice.
cover.
If he's not gonna take a
Oh.
back day, he definitely go for a model.
Mhm.
I definitely hang him up everywhere. I figured out where I'm gonna put my mini versions, like the jewel cases and stuff like that. So you know how I have their photo card binders up. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's stupid of me to not put their single like
They're
Diddy
solo
hats and
covers.
stuff like with their PCs. So I'm just gonna add it
Yeah.
to there. I'll probably put their like monos elsewhere.
Yeah. Were you done with Chan's Den?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We've just been sitting here chatting. This is pretty much what we do all the time. My thing should be here Tuesday. I know I put a lot of stuff in K-pop because BTS is like super big right now in everything, even though they're not even around. Oh, Love Stay Room 143. Okay. With K-pop, I all came across last night. Oh, I did put something in Slumping yesterday, I think. Oh well. Okay, I think I did all of those. Okay, so of course Jungkook's Calvin Klein campaign came out this week, so of course everybody's losing their crap. There's a song review for IU. I don't know what song it is. And then another thing about Jungkook. Another thing about Jungkook. One
Have men in the
Hyunjin-
military and there's still a bunch of crap about them.
I know. Hyunjin from the Seraphim is gonna collab with somebody named Max. I don't know who that is. But anyway, she sent him a really nice letter. He was talking about that. Day6 is preparing for a comeback in March.
Oh.
I know Sunmin's super excited about that.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sure.
right,
What's funny is their song is actually playing. You
right
hear it?
now.
Yeah, on Station Head.
That's funny. Um, K-pop concerts 2024. IU, Chan and Woo. What other artists are they talking about? I mean, I can see IU because she just came out. Well, even Cha and Yu just came out with his own solo album. Um, in Hyphen is having a world tour, and their tickets are super cheap compared to others.
I mean, not to like put them down or anything like that. I can understand it a little bit because between like Stray Kids, they're kind of like
And the
what
T's,
between
yeah, they're on the same level as TXT right
yeah.
now. Like as far as popularity, I listen to them all. I enjoy them all. I do not stand them all, and I am not going to any of their concerts until I see my kids first.
I don't think I would
It
ever go to one of their concerts, but I
depends
do
on
listen
if
to
I
their
want
songs.
to.
If I do choose one, it would be in Hyphen because they're so cute. They're so adorable. I love them.
I know Nikki is a cutie.
I
But
like
they
Suho.
have
Sumu.
1, 2,
Sumu.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dates in the US starting this month. Oh wait, no, that's Seoul. So starting in April, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dates in the US.
Oh,
In Hyphen.
oh,
IU has 6 shows in the US starting mid-July. Chan and Woo has none in the US. NCT's 10
how much
is
how much is Woojin? Oh wait.
not, it's not Woojin, it's Cha and Woo, you know, the
I
one
know.
from
I said
Astro. Okay.
I know. I was just
But they
joking.
would probably be pretty cheap if he ever came here, which I don't think he is.
I
NCT
don't.
10, no
I don't think he
US
would ever come here
dates.
'cause I don't really think he has a fan base here.
He barely has one where he's at. NCT Taeyong, I don't see any American dates on his. Dreamcatcher. Oh, they're going to like Spain and Poland, and United Kingdom and stuff, but I don't think they have. Yep, nope, no U.S. dates. Mamamoo. Nope. China, Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand, and Japan. We? I don't know who this is. Anyway,
Oh, wee.
yeah, she's in Manila. Meanwhile, Stray Kids announced the dates of their 2024 fan meet, which will take
Okay, but when
place
did
in
they release
March.
their tour?
Oh, I don't know. They haven't. Don't rush that. I need money.
I honestly am not. I'm hoping that it's next year.
I at this point I'm too.
Like
Uh,
I'm already spending a lot of money on this trip, but I'm just like
yeah.
my boys be easy. There's no rush.
Um, REM was photographed with a saxophone, so they're thinking that he's playing in the military band. I didn't know he played saxophone. I love saxophone. This looks like a tenor sax though. I like alto. J-Hope is dropping a teaser for his new documentary, so that should be interesting. A song review for Cha and Woo, EXO's Sunho, and Hong Yi-ji in some kind of, I don't know if it's a show or if it's a movie. Missing Crown Prince. So, but G Idol song review, BTS Jungkook models in Calvin Klein jeans. He's still so hot. J-Hope taking a stroll in Seoul on his birthday. And then another thing for Jungkook and Calvin Klein. So that's what's been coming across my feed.
I don't get any of those.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that I look them up all the time, so it thinks that I'm actually interested.
You know what's funny? You know that my YouTube, other than the boys, that Tay Cook is flooded on my YouTube.
Why?
I think it's because like I read somewhere about like, oh, check out this like check out this, like they're definitely together and this is and that, right? I'm just like, no, wait, no way. So I looked it up and it's just been like flooded after that.
Yes, those awesome algorithms. The biggest thing I have about Tay Cook is maybe they are, maybe they're not,
Oh, they definitely
but
seem like they are, but
they have also grown up together. Jungkook was actually bullied in school, and Tay kind of took him in and wouldn't allow his friends to bully him anymore. And so for Jungkook, Tay is his safe space. You know what I
I
mean?
get that.
So
But
whether
they also give off the same feeling
oh
like
they are totally sus. I get that.
like Minson, like that's the feelings they get off.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
it's the only difference is that Minson does not hide it. In fact, they openly talk about it. They're just
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's my husband right there. We just haven't signed the marriage
All the
papers."
kids are like kindergartners. Kids.
Yeah, exactly. But when it comes to Takeook, like I feel like they kind of like skirt along the edges of it, but at the same time they don't openly say like, "Oh yeah, we're together." Like they don't go into it. They don't like joke around about it.
Ow.
And I wonder if it's because as the second generation or the third generation, that they were at that beginning stages where they couldn't really openly joke about
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Homophobic.
And like come
I
with a
don't
fourth generation and they're just like right back to how second generation.
I don't know when Korea passed the laws on gay marriage. I mean, they have passed that law, but it's also still very frowned upon. So,
So like here.
yeah.
Here it's a lot more open and a lot more accepted, but Korea's still new to everything, still
Yeah.
trying to accept it. So I guess it makes sense.
Well,
They're
with Korea,
basically at
they're
the beginning stages of how we were when we were going.
yeah, they still have this mindset of you have to marry a Korean man or woman. You know what I mean? To keep the
Yeah,
bloodlines straight. They're still at that point where our bloodlines, we
where
gave up on our
they say
bloodlines
that
years ago.
so they're not as strict as they are with the firstborn. So they
Yeah.
said that their firstborn son has no choice but to marry a Korean uh woman. But the secondborn son, okay, no problem. Go marry a foreigner. I don't care.
Yeah.
But that firstborn
So,
needs to keep it clean.
the thing is, there's so many that are only children. So, like Lino and Hyunjin are both onlys.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean,
Oh,
Ian doesn't have to worry about it. Or is he the no, he's not the first. Wait, is he the firstborn son?
Ian, he's the middle.
Okay. Damn it, but 20 years, but he's Australian, so it doesn't count.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna do. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do now. I think I put something in slump, and that's where I was heading. Okay. I know Red Lights Reading Room, I don't think has had anything in there. I don't know. I don't read it. That stuff grosses me out.
No, nothing new.
Okay. Um, your anime.
Ghibli. Ghibli.
Yeah. Produced a 15-second anime ad for Ghibli Park. And then it talks about Chan Eun-woo and Kim Nam-joo, and a show called Wonderful World. And then another
Where they understand each other's wounds.
a manga has a 35th anniversary box set. Akira
Akira.
manga. Okay.
So,
There's nothing there. Over that. We could do a love stay. I did 47 of those stories,
47?
and some of them were 3 and 4 parts. So, yeah. Although
Like where
nothing
you
past
revisit. Oh,
41
so
got picked.
like, so they did do a revisit of it where they
I did
did an
I did
update?
the revisit. Not that it helped because Twitter are still disgusting. But I had a couple that did updates because like one of the stay was in a very, very violent situation and left when she wrote me her story that she had just left and landed in a completely different area of America. Um, she had been struggling because she also has a teenager. So trying to find them a place to live, blah blah blah. I think her teen went to live with friends that he met in his new school because she was in a homeless shelter. But she got away. She's moving into their new apartment any day. So that's kind of the update I got there. I didn't have too many updates because everybody's like, well, everything's the same. It's like, well, also okay. And then the one of them that gave me an update literally just revised her 2-page long story.
Oh, that one.
Oh my god, it was 4 parts. It was so long. It took me so long to do that one. She updated, but I will probably just pull the parts that are different and put that in because I really don't want to do another 4-page thing. But yeah. So, and then some of the ones I wanted updates for, I couldn't get a hold of anymore. Like their email is full, which
Yeah.
I see her online, but anyway, whatever. And then I have about 5 or 6 news days that have sent me their story. But
Oh, nice.
47 days, I need a break. So that's why I'm just doing edits for like a week. Try to get
So there is a
back into
story
that.
here I don't remember ever doing. So I guess I can do that
I know
one.
that some of the members that subscribe to our Discord put their stuff in there, and I need to go grab them.
Okay, so this one says it was an instant love story. I had listened to a few music videos just before mid-roll come back. This relay dance made me stay. Ha ha ha. She actually sent a video of the relay dance. She said, seriously, they are so cute and a little toy that fell out of Felix's hoodie. Ha ha ha.
Oh
So
yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah. I
been
remember this one.
so I've been a stay for more than 4 years. Wow. 4 years.
Nearly pre-debut.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My first bias was Ian, then Chang. I feel like during the this like earlier days, a lot of people's biases was Ian at first because they thought he was so adorable.
Well, he's
So
still
that's
adorable.
well, yes, but I mean like at that age, can you
Yeah,
imagine how much more
yeah.
adorable he is? Now he's a mixture of sexy adorable. So
I still just want to pinch his cheeks.
oh yeah,
And,
definitely.
and
I literally
he's
after
probably not
contact
got anything there to pinch
I
because he's getting so
know.
chiseled. And I'm
I
like, just let me poke. I want to poke your dimple.
know. Literally, like what should we call it? I literally have him with his little name. I have it as my son because that's what, like he's so cute. It's like that's my boy. If he was
He is a
like
cutie.
he didn't have like supportive parents, I would have adopted him straight
Yeah,
up.
he's super cute.
It says my oh yeah, my first bias was Ian, then Changmin, Hyunjin, Felix, Jan, Ho, Jisung. Now it's Minsung.
Now she's just going through all of them like underwear.
Yeah. It's
Just
1, 2, 3. Miss Sungmin. How dare she? Sungmin is awesome. He's so adorable.
Sungman is the the thing there is
He is
weird.
literally okay, but Sungmin is literally like his animal is a puppy. He's so cute.
I get
Like,
that,
he is
but I'm
someone that
saying
I
that
would cuddle
as
with.
a bias, a lot of people don't see him as a bias. I don't know if it's just because he seems young, but he's not. He's like so emotionally mature. He's just one of those odd ducks that I can't even describe it. I don't know why. I
He's
just
part of
love
the
him. I
vibe.
think he's amazing. He is so savage, and his little fluffiness at that last skizzy code. I was like, oh God, he's so cute.
I love his
I just
voice.
want to run
When
my fingers through his hair.
I love his voice. When he sung what is it, Love Story? A
Oh, God, love
love poem.
poem.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
tell you, his voice,
that
although
that
the
is when
other
I
two
found
did
Sunman.
really well, like all I could hear is someone's voice. Like it was so
Yeah, that is when I found Sunman right there is during Kingdom because
I think his
that performance was
I
it's
think
probably
his
still one of my favorites of his.
I think his vibe is that he is so adorable and like he looks like someone you can take care of, but at the same time you feel like he doesn't need to take care of. He's good, he can stand on his own, like there's no reason to like even help him because he's got it. Like he's just that type of person.
Yeah,
He's the
he
type of person that people rely on rather than him relying on them.
I
And I
think Sunman is it's like he pulls everyone's emotions into himself because he sees things that we don't necessarily see or think of. He just knows. I mean, just like when Han was having that anxiety attack at Isaac, he
Mhm.
went to Sunmin, and Sunmin immediately knew kind of what to do. He wanted help, but he knew what to do for Han. So it's just he's just I don't know how to just he's just one of those undescribable people that he's just amazing.
I think it's funny that a lot of them say that Ian is like the oldest, but if you think about it, it's Sungmin. Like Ian acts
Felix
his
is
age.
definitely the matinee of that
Oh yeah,
little three
definitely.
man group.
Ian
Um,
definitely acts like he's one of the older ones. I'd say like he's in the same league as Lino, but I wouldn't say
as
that he is the oldest. You know?
No, Sunmin in those three, it's Sunmin and then Ian. Sunmin is very diligent about everything. Like it's just
He's always helping his
where
like
Ian has that responsibility and that stuff that comes through his head, like making sure Hyunjin gets to school on time. I mean, why is a kid 2 years your junior making sure you're in school on time? But Felix is definitely the baby, regardless of age. He's
with
all over the
Han right
place.
behind.
Yeah, and Han's right, right, but they're just walking that sidewalk together. Yeah, yeah,
Like it could be if you think about it, like it could be as if Sungmin is the dad of the group and Ian is the mom of the group. Like, and in terms of the
yeah,
youngest ones, where they switch it around because Ian
yeah.
is the one who makes sure everything is done. He makes sure that everybody has what they need and this and that. And Sungmin is like in the background and just like got it champ. Like, here's this. Like he's that type of person, you know?
Like he makes sure everyone is healthy, that they're eating. Um, I think you would go to Ian to talk, which I think is what Hyunjin does. Is he goes to Ian. Ian is his confidant.
And
But
what's funny,
Sunmin has this ability to peg in on empathy of who needs what at that particular moment of time.
yeah, like he makes sure Chenny gets fed, he makes sure he eats. I'm sure he like check ins on other people too, but Chenny's the most one I've noticed so far
Well,
this season.
because just that two kids room that it was Sunmin and Chan. Um, he had said that Sunmin always makes sure that he's healthy and well, and he just has that motherly. I don't think it's a motherly thing though. I think it's just him care. He's like Lee No. You don't see his acts of love.
Like in
Like
the
he doesn't
background.
express that. Yeah, it's it's the little things he does that people wouldn't necessarily notice.
I've noticed. He's just a cute.
I notice, but I'm very observant. I mean, I was a photographer for years. I have that near 360 field where I know what's going on around me, whether I'm looking at you or not.
Yeah, like that's what makes it so hard. That although Jenny is my ult, like all of them are my bias just because each one has like that special thing
A
that I just
special
like
thing, yeah.
relate to and just really love about them that I just like I can't choose one over the other. They're all equal
Yeah.
to me.
Well, that's why Lee No is my ult. It's not him it's what brought me over was his mental health statement to stays and the courage it took him to do that because he holds everything so close to the chest. So the fact he admitted he was having difficulties really hit home for me.
Yeah. So one thing about Annie is that I what I love that he does, he likes to take, like everything he does, he takes it personally. The one thing that also I don't like that he does is the fact that he like he doesn't like it's okay. I'll love you for you. I'll love you for you and you. I love you enough for the both of us.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like while anybody will be glad to be with him, I also feel like they'll have a lot to like he's everybody.
Yeah.
They're never gonna be able to like have them as I'm sure like he'll treat you like you're his only one, but at the same time, he really loves you. And so it would be a hard time to like separate them,
Yeah.
which sucks. But
Yeah.
anyway, back to the story. So my bias is ultimately it's Ian, but my bias line is Ian, Sungmin. Oh, there we go, and Han. Her bias line is Ian, Sungmin. Oat 9. Oh, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. Oat 9 and Oat 8. Hopefully never Oat 7. 38 going 18. Quebec. What is it? Quebec? Quebec?
I don't know. I'm not in there.
My ultimate bias is I'm getting confused at this point. My ultimate bias is Nico. Stray Kids is
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite.
It's talking about totally different groups.
Okay. My Stray Kids is my favorite group by far. I'm OA but I kind of collect more of Jinsung's Digipacks, Jinsung, Minho, Changbin, PC. I have an entire binder of Stray Kids official PC and like 2 of
It's like you only have one.
I know, right?
I'm fixing to have to buy a whole bunch more 1-inch binders simply because each album needs its own binder. I am finding so many. It's not just like the PC template. Like for I Am You, I Am Who, I Am Not. They had actual postcards and it was sets of postcards. I think we've counted 3 different sets for each one, but I'm not positive. But yeah, and those are like super hard to get a hold of. Although I have some for sale on my eBay store, so jump right in there, grab those.
It seems that we won People's Choice Award Group of the Year.
Oh, I didn't know we were off on that. Yeah, it was I can't log out of this one either. It's think yeah, I can't log out of it. But it was Worldwide Fans Award and Best Performance. But we got the Days thing for the
No,
best
not that.
performance. What are you talking about then?
It's the People's Choice Awards. Group of the Year. At the People's Choice Awards.
Oh yeah, we voted for that, huh?
Mm-hmm. They just won. Like this just happened not that long ago. They won Group of the Year.
Oh, cool. I'm working on an edit. People Choice Award. Okay. I'll just tag that in. All they're talking about is strappy dresses. Don't care. Oh,
Anyway, that's done for that.
well, Jungkook won male artist over all of these Western artists, so that's quite funny.
At this point, I'm not surprised.
No. He definitely played his hand well.
Yeah,
Why are
especially
you
since
showing me
out
the
of
same
a lot
stuff?
of K-pop artists, he definitely dived deep into the Western.
Yeah, I think that was his ultimate because a lot of times you can't even present your music for American award shows unless you have like an American producer or somebody behind you, which is where Scooter Braun comes in.
Yeah, and you would think that Stray Kids did with Republic, but you know,
But they don't produce their songs. Three Roger produces them, and I think that's the biggest problem.
yeah. But still,
Um,
like if you're gonna
what did they
sign with
win?
a group, People's Choice Award,
Oh,
Group of the Year.
the group of group duo. Yep, and they were against all these Western ones too. Old Dominion, Jonas Brothers, Dan and Shay. Yeah, they beat them all. Yep, yep. Da, da, da. Okay.
For them, good for them. Watch Kenny go on and thank for this award too, because he did that earlier.
Oh, for the People's Choice Award
No, for the
or
other
what?
one. He was just like, "Hey, we received another award. Just wanted to tell you all thanks to you and stays."
That's the People's Choice Award he was talking about then.
No, it wasn't. This happened at like 6 p.m.
Oh,
We was talking about the award last night.
okay. Yeah, they won two
It was
last night and
still
then one
late.
today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been putting things at top line, but it is literally nothing that's not already in my newsreels. I just thought that when I remember, I put it in there for their individual achievements, but I'm getting quite lazy. I quit posting on Threads because it's such a pain. Like when you post on Threads and you need to upload something, you can't have any other apps open. Like it can only be that app. Otherwise, it fails to upload. So it was just annoying. So I just quit. Plus, it's as bad as Twitter. So there's that.
I didn't even know about Threads until you had
Yeah,
sent
it's
it to
not even
add it.
worth it. Occasionally I'll get someone follows you on Threads. I'm like, well, that's going to be fun because
Oh
I ain't
yeah, I
posting there
get
no
that
more.
too.
Yeah. I had like 13 followers and I forgot I even knew that this thing existed. Apparently, I started an account a while ago,
I don't really do anything on
probably
there.
in 2020, my guess. That's when I was doing a lot of stuff. Yep. All artists in history to ever win Group of the Year at People's Choice Awards: Stray Kids, Maroon 5, One Direction, Fifth Harmony, BTS, and Blackpink. Yep, yep. So, congrats, boys. Super proud of them. They've worked so hard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, whoever wrote that about the sex did it on Twitter too.
What? Okay, but what was like the causing stuff with all of that? I don't understand.
I don't know, but Hantio came on and they're like, we successfully completed all of the stages and awards prepared and received favorable reviews. of K-pop fans. We hope to come back with a festival show that everyone enjoys together. And I'm like, that's gaslighting, like super bad. Oh, this one's got jokes. Stray Kids escaped a very stinky situation.
Oh my gosh. Some people are hilarious.
Now, sometimes Twitter's quite humorous, but it depends on. Anyway, that was pretty good.
It looks like Stray Kids is trending now.
Yeah, probably. People were having sex. Someone pooped and someone peed. I have no words except I'm glad Stray Kids didn't attend, and I feel so bad for the other idols. Someone said all you had to do was look at Hong Jun's face and it told everything. So now I'm going to be searching for that video later just to
I
see what
know. I'm
they
literally
were
like,
talking about. Da, da, da. Everybody's just doing the congratulations for the People's Choice. Oh, I guess it was on TV maybe.
someone said, uh, thank God that Monster X was there because Ki Young, being the clean freak that he is, would probably wipe out his cleaning supplies and start sanitizing the place.
Okay, just a minute.
Pinkun
Just a
would be
minute.
there.
Go back to the basement. It's gone. Just being a pain in the ass now. Apparently they did not show Stray Kids winning the best group duo.
That's right there.
So anyway. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some good Twitter feed going for a couple of days and then we'll start doxing someone else.
Oh, that's how the fight broke out.
What?
Because somebody yelled Kim Jong-un leave the group, and so another fan of theirs hit them. Which, okay, they deserve that.
For a tease?
Yeah, I think so. A fan of theirs hit that person that said that. So good for them. Stand up for your idols. I would have done the same thing. Which that's when Hong Jung and Minjin had to step in and ask the staff to stop the fight. That is hilarious. Like that fan did what a lot of us would in that moment if they were saying
Yeah,
stuff like
probably.
that to our idols, you know?
Yeah, people are stay as pissed. It says I'm never voting for this award again. Because
Oh,
what
the
do you mean?
person?
Stray Kids who were number one in voting and number one without the judges score lost against the group who was in 11th place.
Honestly,
Because
I'm not even surprised.
because the judges basically told them who to pick.
So stupid. It says that the person who pooped at the awards apologized on Twitter and will give money for laundry for the people whose clothes got their poop. Oh, the fact that it got to that
Gross.
point where it got on people's clothes. Oh,
Gross. Yeah. News stories tomorrow should be pretty interesting. Wow. Twitter's going to be fun for a bit.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I
The
know
fact
one
that the
person that'll be
idols
glad
have
they
to
moved
tell
on.
security to give water to the crowd.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What kind
The
of
thing is,
award
they
show?
probably wouldn't allow you to bring water bottles in. I get it. That's how you make your money. But then they charge like $10 a bottle for water. So people can't afford to buy a whole bunch of it. Yeah. We'll just wait till in the morning. There'll be video coming out somewhere.
Honestly, ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
people are
even half.
pissed. The poop on the floor basically represented the whole award show. Oh, I just got the touching grass one. It just came across
Oh,
my
did
line.
you?
Yeah, Stays are pissed that 5 Star got snubbed.
Someone said, "Someone wake up Mark, Damon, and Chili, Chili to go to
Angelina
the
Jolie.
award shows." Oh my gosh, the fact that the award show thing was ridiculous. It says, "Ain't no way this is the red carpet for the award shows, looking like a whole uni classroom." What?
I don't know. I hadn't came across that. Oh, here's something interesting. Here you go. Do you all remember back in 2021 Chan Delay Chan's room episode, like 30 minutes because Stays were voting for Kingdom?
Did he really? I don't remember seeing that.
I don't think you're that far yet.
No,
I don't even know that.
I
I don't
watched
even know
it.
that you would know. Like during Kingdom?
Yeah, I've been watching like I've watched Channing's Room and everything, but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't I don't remember that. But then again, it's been he has like 200 episodes. I don't remember everything from his.
Over 200. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember everything that he's done. Like watching these episodes is like a freaking surprise like every time.
Yeah. Oh, all righty, girlfriend. Are we done?
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, I pretty done too. Oh, God. Okay. So, well, we will see everybody next week.
Bye.
Hopefully, I'll get this intro thing figured out because this is
Yeah,
driving
that
me
was really
nuts.
weird. That was weird.
So weird. So, anyway, see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.